Yes, I believe we are live. Hello? Mr. Sam?
Yeah, I'm here.
Why are you ignoring me, sir?
What is going on, guys?
There he is.
You know what, Alex?
What?
Let's open with this cool fact of the day.
But you don't
I
have
can
any
see our
cool
last...
facts.
Shut up and listen to me.
No.
The last 3 streams we've done, the most popular is Budokai Tenkaichi.
Well, that game's bad, so...
Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah. It's like 41 views and the rest are in the tens, but it's a bad game, so...
It's a bad game.
Bad game? Nah. Bad you. We have 148 followers.
Yeah, it's gone down, man.
Shut up, Ab. Be positive. Be like, whoa, what is going on?
What was I doing last? It's been so long.
Well, I don't know. Also, I just realised that you're not showing me the game, so I'm just going to have to watch it on stream.
Yeah. Can't be asked for that. I'm actually going to have to quickly go onto the YouTube channel and check what I did last time.
Well, have a... why are you doing that?
Because I don't remember what the hell we did.
I'll just say right now. I think the king turned into the evil elf.
Oh.
Anyway, I'm going to say this right now. It's strange times, and it's very sad times. The creator of Yu-Gi-Oh! has passed away.
Yeah, that's the most important news of the day.
Second to that, the Japanese ex-prime minister has been shot. Dead.
Yeah.
But on the same day, you know, both suspicious circumstances. Well, one of them's definitely suspicious. You know, is there some sort of shadow game going on in Japan?
I don't believe so.
Well, this is it. It does. Your scientific analysis has proven to me that there is nothing fishy going on. And what else? Oh yeah, I've been setting up a server. It's above me now, but it's all disconnected because I need to run a cable.
I think I got the special key, and that let me go.
Well, let me get to the right place in the wall.
It let me go and open all the boxes and stuff and the such.
Okay, what was the mystic key?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right, Adam. My wife needs to go. Castle Guide, many others. There's also nitro powder, TNT in some versions. Okay.
Yeah, I don't have that yet.
That's in Cornelia.
Oh,
that's first.
Did I not go there? Or did I do that already?
Well, if you don't have the nitro powder.
Yeah, unless I use the nitro powder.
Shit.
Yeah.
I don't remember you doing that.
I mean, if I did, it would be with the dwarves. So let's go to the dwarves.
Oh, is that to blow up the hole?
Yeah.
Okay. You may have done that. I think
Possibly.
I remember the fucking dwarves going lally ho or whatever they say. Lally ho. Actually, I think I got it right.
Lally ho, yes.
Oh Jesus.
Lally ho.
No. Get me away from this franchise.
No, we gotta
horrendously wrong.
We gotta very slowly go through all of the games so that you learn as much as possible.
Don't remember Baldur's Gate looking like this. Neither do I.
Yeah. Wouldn't run properly.
I will say, creators of the game really missed a trick there, because if they'd have moved the H one place over for that enemy, it would be called the Shaggin.
Yeah, well, it's not called the Shaggin.
Look at that, it's a Shaggin Chief. It's a Shaggin Chief.
Yep, I think I've done it. Because I can go outside now.
I am not in there. Okay.
So let's see. R5, townsfolk, new weapons, castle, crown prince. Leave, head west, yada yada yada. Marsh cave, yada yada yada. Get the crown, done that. Crystal eye, jolt tonic, mystic key, nitro powder. Okay, done all that. Other list of key options are go back to the marsh cave, get a cash weapon and armor piece. Do I want to do that? Do I want to go back to the marsh cave and open some boxes that I may or may not have opened?
Marsh cave. Marsh cave.
I believe it would have been. Oh, I literally don't remember.
Nah, screw that shit. No,
Assuming it's not important.
No,
Yeah.
We'll be fine.
Mount
Buccaneers.
Once you're done gathering all the items with the Mr. Key, you can head back to your boat and travel west of Cornelia. There's a port waiting westwards. The dwarf
Apparently
cave.
The bottom sails look like a butt.
Do they?
Let's see. Oh, turn to the left.
Oh, a little bit.
There's a delay. So, oh yeah. It's like a big old butt. Working.
Oh god damn, it's been too long. Nitro power. Take your ship through the not so carefully crafted gap. Right through the gap, you'll find a town called Melman. Okay, so it's just.
You realise we've been planning this all week?
No, we haven't. We were going to play Resident Evil, then I was like, I want to play Baldur's Gate. And then I've been testing it for the last fucking hour since I got home, and it just won't run properly. Well, to be fair, it runs fine. It just won't record fine, so I assume it won't stream well.
And we care about you here at the Couch Gremlins. We really do.
Yeah.
So we don't want that to happen. Now, I'm going to be doing some light prep during this, but I will be available to watch the stream on occasion. Right, so... And sweat. And sweat a lot.
So this is Melmond? Melmond. Hey up, it's Melmond! Restore the crystals to grace!
I'm going to call my firstborn son Melmond.
No, you're not.
Yeah, fucking don't tell me what I will and won't do.
Yeah, I will. The
I'm so
long
sorry.
sword is better. I can give the... What are you? Were you a thief? I don't remember. Yeah, Ratboy the Thief.
Aww.
Gremlin the Warrior, Ratboy the Thief, Tasha the White Mage, and Mordenkainen the Black Mage. Yeah, let me just move this over.
I suggest stream my capture card on a laptop. Alex didn't like that idea. Yeah, he was just saying he really was against it, actually.
What?
Nah, we're just talking shit.
Okay.
I think it was the setup time and everything.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I've just moved things around so I can actually see the chat. Yeah, we can do that. It just I didn't have the time to do it. So maybe in the future when I've got more time. That's something we can do. Right. So what am I doing here? Take your ship. Yada yada yada. There's lots of enemies in it. Yeah, there's just new weapons and armor and shit here, but I don't actually have the money for it. What a hammer.
Yeah, I remember money being super tight in this game.
Sabers.
Sounds a bit dirty, but I don't mean it like that.
It's nice and tight.
Oh, the money's super tight. Depends on how big your
pussy is.
Oh, oh god. Is that what he says to Obi-Wan? I can't believe that.
Your pocketbook.
So that's what, yeah, it's old Star Wars slang for pussy.
That's how
Depends how big your
pussy
pocketbook is. What? I mean pocketbook.
Yes, that'll do.
That's what the Caminos are really into. They're into your big old gaping pocketbook.
He can use the worm killer.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't he? I mean, there's probably some secret bad reason that I'm not aware of, but...
You have to have a look. Weird killer. So I'm doing that because the whipping Castlevania is called the Vampire Killer.
I will take your word for it.
Okay, I mean, I'm pretty sure. Okay. I'm sure you've seen him.
Nope. 36,000 gil for the knight's armor.
A sword effective against dragons.
Good to know.
Well, that's pretty much it.
The worm killer. It's good against worms. The ones about on the ground.
Dragons.
Yes. Why would we call it the worm killer?
Oh, you
that seems stupid.
You dope. I haven't heard someone say that in so long.
You dope.
You dope, you big old dummy.
Yeah, I need some more moolah.
I am so hot right now, but I fear if I open the window, then you can hear the cars.
Probably. No, why don't I come back in here? I want to go into the magic shops and see how much money it's going to cost me to buy some magic.
This is where they keep the magic shops exclusively separate from each other.
It's $4,000. Looks like I got some saving to do.
No, your pocketbook isn't big enough.
It is not. Okay, so there's lots of enemies in the next area that can inflict petrification. Oh, that's good to know. Let me go back into this shop and buy some gold needles.
What have you been up to this week?
Work.
Okay, no, yeah, you picked up a couple of games. You got Gran Turismo. I know we discussed that last time. What about your other game you picked up?
I think they already know. Where the fuck's the item shop? Is there not an item shop?
It looks like a pot. And is it at the back? Or is that the shield shop?
Like,
That's the shield shop.
no, you. What? There isn't a regular. Well, we gotta go.
I was going to say, sometimes the inns do sell them.
Not in this one.
Not in this one.
What I'll probably have to do is go all the way back to that elf town.
Elf town. It's looking like an elf town. But you must have done something new this... You know, every day is a gift. So what have you done new this week? You're not answering me. It's not filling me with confidence.
It's because I've done nothing. It's been it's been one of them fucking weeks where, you know, I've just been at work.
I tried setting my server up and failed at that, and then I wonder why the hell I do anything, and then I remember it's a hobby, so I have to pull myself back up.
The only thing that's changed is I bought an external hard drive for my laptop.
Oh, that's pretty dope.
So that I could start, like, I don't know, doing videos and putting the videos on the external hard drive, because I have no room on my laptop.
Load it full of porn and store it in a safe.
See, why the fuck would I save porn?
So it's like your great-grandkids, they'll be like, oh, Grandpa Alex has passed away, and they go and check your safe, and it's just full of pornography.
Well, I think if it did that, it would be purposely, like, really horrific porn that I wouldn't actually enjoy, just to freak them out. Like, just like heavy BDSM porn or something.
Yeah, just something really, really grotesque. I've done nothing different this week. Stacey, you...
Yeah. Just yes.
I joined a Rotary Club, so I guess that's different.
Right. Give me an item shop. Over there. Go. Hello, little elf.
Is Stacey in bed?
No, she's downstairs.
Oh, I half expected her to be in bed. No offense, Stacey.
Work, eat, work, then sleep, repeat. Yep.
Isn't there a song about that? Work, eat, sleep, repeat.
Maybe. Most likely not.
Oh,
Did
I am sweating like a good one.
Let's see. Yeah, but yeah. So I've got all the other spells. I just need to earn more moolah. To
bot? Yeah. The bot's on.
Is it? Probably not. Let's check. I don't think the bot's on. No, I suppose I could lean over and try and do it.
No, it just worked. I assume you couldn't hear me typing.
I could.
Oh, you could.
Yeah.
Oh, that's unrelated to the message that just popped up.
Stacey has entered the room. I assume to assist with the bot. You okay, my love? Don't just sniff.
Oh.
Okay?
Here we go.
No. What's the matter, boo boo?
What's
the matter? Why aren't you answering me? Daisy! Stacey's been the silent protagonist. She's not answering me.
Alright, can I talk about a thing that's annoyed me now?
No. Oh, hang on. Oh, yeah. Okay. I just saw a little notification with an exclamation mark on OBS. I was like, oh, what? It's like, skipped frames detected 31% over the last 2 minutes, and then 26% over the last 2 minutes. I was like, oh, that's half an hour ago. That's when I was testing Baldur's Gate. Okay.
Yeah. So I'll talk about the thing anyway. You didn't.
Oh, rather you didn't, but okay.
So they did, you know, they like to do these articles on people on benefits in publications, and then just take like the worst photo possible.
Yeah, because they make them look like a scumbag.
Yeah, and like, oh, you know, they can't afford to live and all that. This guy had like a relatively good gaming setup, I guess. Then they photographed him next to that.
Yeah.
And so all the comments were like, oh, he can afford to game, he can afford to go to work. And I was like, okay, probably it's like the only thing he has at his life.
Yeah. And maybe he's had those games for a long time.
Well, he just had like 2 monitors and a PC, and I was like...
Yeah, but he could have bought that like 5 years ago.
And he could just, you know, that's the only thing in his life he enjoys. He can't work because he's ill. Well, okay.
Alright, so next up is the Terror Cave, aka the Cavern of Earth. Head west along the coast to reach the cavern. Okay, so this way, I guess. Let's find myself this... Oh, I didn't heal.
Just, we try not to get too political, but it just cheeses me off.
You know what grinds my gears?
Yeah, it's like when they do the publications, they're like, well, you know, this family can't afford to go on holiday on their benefits or whatever. And it's like a single mum with young kids, you know, who need looking after. They're like, well, she should go to work. And I'm like, how the fuck? How?
How has she's got all these young children?
And what, pay for childcare that then you can't afford?
Yep.
And it's just like, it's just they always publish it, and so I'm sure there are people that don't deserve it, but
oh yeah,
I'm pretty sure those people that need it, they don't want publications put out about them, and everyone's commenting, you know.
Problem will be though is the people who have the publications done on them. They were like, oh, if we give you like 500 quid, can we write this article about you? They're like, oh god, yes, please, money.
Let's put for money, yeah. It's just, I don't know. I'm not like super left wing or anything. It's just the media, isn't it? It's just always that way.
Yeah. It's like I'm not left. I don't know. I'd say I'm sensible. Is that the term? I'm not left. I'm not right. You know, it's just...
You're so far left. You're right. You like Stalin, aren't you?
No.
I'm unwell. Are you unwell, Stacey? Or are you super tired from work?
I think he's just tired. He had a stressful day. So he just wants to relax.
Those fucking spiders and their pincer butts.
I'm gonna nibble. Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna pinch your schween if you get behind me.
But I've also got a pinchy face, so I'll pinch your schween if you get in front of me.
It's just pinch your penis. Oh, also, there was that guy in the Tory cabinet, Chris Pincher.
Oh yeah, who pinched people's butts?
Well, it's not only that, but you know, Rob Az did the whole penis pincher robot.
Oh yeah.
And so I was there like, oh god, he's literally penis pincher.
Is this the
He's
case?
trying to pinch people's penises. Again, I've said this before on the stream. When you're in the public eye, why is it so hard not to molest people?
I think we need a special ruby for that guy.
Yeah, I think you can straight up just go past him.
No, he won't move unless you feed him.
Oh, is he the kind of like a doorway, and he just moves?
Yeah, so you have to give him like a special ruby, and only then will he like, oh, thanks for that, that was delicious, I'll move out of your way.
This fucking game. I'm sure we must be approaching the point where I couldn't play anymore.
Possible. We haven't done any of the crystals yet, so I don't know how far you got into it.
God, I don't remember. I literally, I think I told you I soft locked myself to a point where I couldn't do anything.
Obviously, I've done the Dark Elf bit, which is like the first big kind of boss. But I haven't done any of the, what are they called? Like the Four Fiends or whatever. The Lich is the first one, which I think is in here. But I think we have to beat the vampire first, then we go out of the cave, and then we have to go back in a little bit. Everyone seems okay. I think this is the cave now? Yeah, okay.
You know, I'm so far behind in the stream, it makes me feel disconnected from you, and I don't like it.
Let's get these little mappadoodles up.
It's just glossing over my insecurity.
Well, it's because you're not insecure. Alright, there's a treasury box up this way.
Did you, you know when I poked you at the end of work today?
Yeah.
Did anyone notice that, or was it?
I don't know.
Oh, good.
Why?
Oh, it's just one of those things. I thought Josh just looked at me while I was doing it. I thought he's going to think I'm a bit of a weirdo.
Well, you are, so...
Ah, true.
What are you worried about that for?
I suppose I'm not, actually. It's more acceptable to be weird now than it was 10 years ago.
Yeah, I suppose. Also, we're in our 30s, so if anybody younger than us is like, oh, they're weird, they don't say it.
Oh yeah. I wouldn't say anything about those creeps.
A fucking freak.
I'm not doing any prep. I don't think I will.
Let's do it
I just
tomorrow.
need to do it. I know. I've got a whole day really. I can do it. I've got to pick up a sofa, and then I think that's it.
Monsters.
As Alex will attest, it's not exactly comfortable sitting here in these chairs to stream.
What?
So we've got a sofa coming. Being weird and nerdy is fashionable, only to a degree. I feel like you have to be attractive and be weird and nerdy, still.
Ow. Christ, that hits a lot.
Yeah, but she's got, like, cloth armour.
What did I get? Oh, $2,000. Okay, kind of worth it.
Oh, actually, you do need, you know... What did you need for $4,000? It was a spell, wasn't it? Oh.
Num free for control. Nope.
You changed characters. Is there any point in that?
This one, okay. No, I'm just trying to figure out how to map. Q is just open and close the map. I thought there was one to bring up the big map. Oh, okay, that is it. Q. Okay. Free again. Q. There we go. Can I just
Speaking of Q, did you finish Picard?
Yes.
I quite liked it.
Yeah, I was just sort of right at the very end. I'm like, are they going to make out now?
Oh yeah. Yeah. There's like some people that actually do make out, but I know who you mean.
Just like
they're getting real emotional with
they're
each
getting
other.
like real emotional. Like
Yeah.
Q's like, I think I love you. Like
Well, the thing is-
all of this I did for you, Picard. Don't you appreciate it?
Well, the thing is, obviously it's been a fucking, like, God, I don't even know, 30-year relationship?
Yes, but Q. It bothered me a little bit because
It did, yeah.
Q's an omnipotent being who's been around for millions of years. And he loves Picard.
I think, at the time, I thought, well, this is pretty emotional, you know, and then afterward I sort of thought about it, and I was like, well, I don't really understand why. Can we give spoilers? You know, there might be.
Yeah, I
people
don't think anybody who's watching
But
cares. Spoilers
the
for
fact
Picard season 2.
Yeah, the fact that Q, spoiler, was dying, I was like, well, that's. I feel like if Q was dying, he'd do something fucking insane.
I mean, he kind of did, but
Kind of, but it was
hey, it's mummy.
it was for Picard, wasn't it? But I did find the hug very touching. I thought that was a nice end.
Yeah. Want to play video games but tired, Stacey? Oh, just thought you were going to play some Animal Crossing and just chill. Just relax, yo. Go into Zen mode.
We probably haven't explained what that is. Me and Alex have Zen mode, you know, we're just Zen. The ebb and
Well,
flow
I
of life.
said it as a joke one time. Because you were really stressed, and I was like, well, go into Zen mode, man. You're like... You're getting angry at me saying, oh, you never go into Zen mode. I'm like, I'm always in Zen mode. That's why I'm Zen right now.
Always getting me stress headaches, and you're so Zen.
So, you know, it just became a little joke that we talk about being in Zen mode. Monsters!
But it's actually very, very true. CBA to reach over and get the switch. I'm sure you can. I'm sure you can muster the strength.
Can I use... Does Dia work on this? Dia, whatever you want to call it. Let's hurt it.
I don't know.
No,
I'm so far behind.
It's just an earth elemental. I was wondering if this
Oh.
spell would work on it, but it didn't, so...
My sister full-on ruined Five Finger Death Punch for me today.
Why?
She was saying, oh, you know, I really like Five Finger Death Punch, but I didn't know the lead singer was such a douchebag. Well, you know, he's a bit of a douchebag, but it's fine. She's like, you should probably read up on it. And so I did. It's got this long history of being convicted for abusing women.
Oh, God.
So I was like, oh, well, there's another band I can't listen to anymore. I always thought he was like, oh, he's just a bit... Well, their songs are like Murica, and he's just like that. But I
Yeah.
guess he's a woman abuser.
Shame.
So,
At least
it is a shame.
you've got singers that are like Dave Grohl, who's just super nice.
oh, yeah. A lot of people hate him, because they're like, oh, he's so...
He's so nice.
he's so goody-goody. And I'm like, well, he just seems genuinely nice.
he is just really, he's just really nice. It's happened a couple of times where he's been really unwell, but he just really wants to carry on with the show because people have paid money to come and watch.
He fucking broke his ankle, didn't he? One of them?
Either his ankle or his leg. He did it live on stage. He dropped off and broke his leg, and then he said he was going to go back on, so the paramedic came up and held his leg in piece together because it was shattered. And he just carried on with the show. And then for the rest of he carried on with the rest of the tour. He just had a big throne made for him to sit on and play guitar.
Yeah, he seems nice. I wish I'd have paid more attention to like Lemmy when he was alive, because it turns out he was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, I saw. It was a video about him where he was just opening letters from fans and just talking, like, you know, answering their questions on videos. And one of them was from a black kid. I think it was in America. Was saying, like, you know, he really likes rock music and like the music that he made, but nobody that he knows does, and he's just like, and they make fun of him for it. He's just like, fuck him, you know. There's loads of cool black rock stars.
I like that clip particularly because I think it must be about the 70s. And it probably wasn't, you know, a normal response to have. Yeah. And he's also from where we live, so
he's very British.
Fuck him. Oh, you know what, lad, fuck him. Which we can relate to. You hear that a lot here.
I might be completely incorrect. Is it Led Zeppelin or Van Halen? One of them's black. I can't remember which one.
Jeez, man. Neither of those. Is it? Oh, it might actually Led Zeppelin.
I don't listen to either of their music, so I'm not sure. No, I know he mentions it in the video, which is why I bring it up.
Funny story. I once back in the days of you know, torrenting. Not even that. You know, when you had file share sites.
Sure.
And I was like, oh, Led Zeppelin, you know, I like metal. I'm going to download their entire music collection. So I did, and I was like, oh, jeez, I don't like any of these songs. It's not Led Zeppelin, who was the other band you mentioned?
Led Zeppelin and Van Halen.
Van Halen. I don't think either of those have a coloured singer.
Well, I'm just misremembering the video, what he says.
Yeah, it's clearly... Look, listen, I was talking about Lemmy. My knowledge of old school rock is very limited.
I'm just going to quickly Google it now. Jimi Hendrix.
Oh, I'm sorry. Jimi Hendrix?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I just couldn't remember the names. I don't listen to any of them, so...
Yeah, that's
apologies.
I was basically just saying my knowledge of old school rock is severely limited.
Yeah. Well, I watched a video today, which... I listen to some Metallica stuff, and I do like some of it, but I don't listen to a lot. It's not super my thing, but I think it's popped up today because I was like listening to like loads of like Foo Fighter videos and stuff like that, and it was just Metallica sitting with like I think Miley Cyrus and then somebody else, and then they were on they were having an interview basically over the internet, and then Elton John joined because the music that I think he'd done a cover on the piano for I forget which song it was. It was one of the Metallica songs with Miley Cyrus, so that's why he joined. And it was just the song was one of the most beautiful songs that he's ever heard. Even like, you know, some people will say it's rock, but no, it's like it's classical, it's orchestral, it's like it's a beautiful song. And then you just see I can't remember his name, but the lead singer for Metallica. You just fucking like putting your hand on his chest and looking really, really like, oh my god, fucking Elton John is saying he loves my music. What the hell?
James something?
I honestly can't remember.
Yeah, no, it's cool. And Elton John's a cool guy. I think Nicky's more of a fan than I am.
Yeah, I'm not a massive... Like, if I hear one of his songs, it's usually pretty catchy. And I'll be like, yeah, this is a good song. But it's not like my music that I seek out.
Another thing I was going to say is, actually, Miley Cyrus is country. I really like Miley Cyrus's country music.
Oh, her country music specifically, because she does pop music.
Yeah, she does pop music, but she did like a cover of Jolene, because I think Dolly Parton's her godmother or something.
Probably. Sorry, I'm just looking at the map. Oh,
that's all right. And I was really into that. I'm not afraid to say it.
I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to say it.
But yeah, it's one of them. You can like all sorts of music, so you don't have to stick to a genre just because maybe you have long hair and tattoos, but you don't have to.
Yeah, I've got all sorts of shit that I listen to.
I've been devolving recently. I've been listening to songs from artists from our childhood that I perhaps didn't used to listen to, like ages ago I had Devour on Midnight by Shinedown and
Oh yeah,
Breaking Benjamin, Polyamorous, and Evanescence, Tourniquet. Don't get me started on that.
Tourniquet.
Yeah, fucking yeah.
That's how you say it.
Tourniquet.
It's tourniquet.
Anyway, either way.
The Carl sword. Carl.
Car. Do you even know what that's from?
That llama thing.
Hmm.
The Hillgigus.
If Hillgigus dies... Oh, I was about to say, if he dies very quickly, I'll be disappointed.
Then be disappointed, my friend.
Walking Dead.
Walking Dead? Is that a band?
The Walking Dead? Or is that the show Walking Dead?
I don't know. It might be a band that she's referring to.
Okay.
Oh wait, that's a... No, I don't want to go down there. Oh, fuck you,
Dead.
stupid
No.
spiders.
We're talking about Carl the llama.
Oh, the llama.
Nikki works with a guy called Carl, and whenever she says his name, I just go, I do that. And I keep insisting. I think she called. I insisted she said it to him at least once, and she did it once apparently. And obviously, it didn't land very well.
He was very confused.
Yeah, he'd have been like, "What's wrong with you?" Yeah, the Walking Dead. I should probably give that a go.
Give what a go?
The Walking Dead.
I've tried. It gets really boring.
Oh, like Stranger Things.
No.
Oh, that kills people.
Stranger Things is very different. No, literally, so I think it's like just in season 1 alone, it's like the plot is that they get a little base camp, they get safe, then they need something, so they have to go somewhere dangerous to get it, and then that fucks up, and all the zombies come after them, so they have to leave and go to a new place. And that repeats twice in the first season, and when I check the reviews, that happens every single season.
Supposedly the first season's the best because they had a really tight budget and it's innovative or something.
It was honestly very tedious.
I watched season 1 and couldn't be arsed with the rest. Yeah, that's how I felt about Stranger Things, really.
No, you didn't. Shut up, you whore.
I did, I got bored.
Stranger Things is very different than fucking Walking Dead.
Just because you like something doesn't mean it's the best thing ever.
I'm not saying it's the best thing ever. I'm saying stop comparing it to Stranger Things.
Well, to me, if they're
because they're very different. Who are you?
Probably in the same group for me.
Well, you're wrong. So what do you know?
My opinion is incorrect.
Yeah.
Stranger Things got
better. Yeah, she is correct.
Better.
No, better.
Well, maybe it would, but I just don't have time to watch like 3-hour episodes every day.
They aren't 3-hour episodes. Not one of them's a 3-hour episode.
Just winding you up at this point. I don't have time to sit there and watch a 4-hour episode. me and well. Ooh, he can't read good.
He can't read good.
I think I'm gonna get a hooch. I'll be back momentarily.
A hooch?
Hoocha. Itcha.
Let's do that. And you attack. Ah! Ah! Da, da, da. Yeah, so you want to see 4? I also want to see 4. We might watch it next week. Ow! Stop slashing me. What was I going to say? Oh, I wanted to play Baldur's Gate 3 because there's been a new patch, and I haven't played it for like several patches. So they got like Bard now, Druid, Sorcerer, and I tried setting it up on my laptop, but it didn't like me recording and streaming, should I say, and also playing the game. So if I do it I want to do it, but if I do it next time, I'll have to use the capture card into my laptop probably. Gnome Bard. I don't know about a Gnome Bard. Right, where do I want to go? That way again. Okay, yeah. Where I was before. When I turned around and I left. Kill! So, yeah, when I first played it, I don't think the game had any charisma-based classes. I don't think, unless it just had Warlock, but I don't remember there being a Warlock in there. I feel like that was added afterwards.
Baldur's Gate?
Yeah, well, I'm saying when they first did early access for Baldur's Gate 3, I don't think there was any charisma-based classes in it whatsoever. Because I don't remember playing one. Because when I usually play D&D, I always want to play a charisma-based class. Because I want to do all the talking.
Wasn't it Wizard and Fighter?
They had Rogue, Fighter, Wizard, Cleric? I'm sure they must have added one or two more, but they've added... I know they've definitely added Barbarian. They definitely added Druid, Sorcerer, and now Bard. I just can't remember. I don't remember it having Warlock.
Genie!
I'm just trying to think what else they've got left to do. I think there's Paladin to introduce.
Monk.
Monk, yes, that's one. They haven't done that one yet, have they?
I think they had Ranger.
Yeah, Ranger's been in it from the start, but you know, you don't want to be a Ranger. Ranger's kind of lame. Hello, Piss Code Mon.
Yeah. Piss Code Mon.
Good old Piss Code Mon. No, I was expecting them to be more dangerous than they were. Oh, more Piss Code Mon. Oh my god, it's a Piss Code Mon.
I gotta catch that piss code, man.
It's amazing the NES can look this good.
Well, that's because it's not the NES.
That's right.
Oh no! I could have used deer on these guys. No.
Deify you.
Oh, please. I did it again. I was accidentally auto-fighting. Oh, at this point I might... Yeah, that's not doing anything, is it? Yeah. Go, go, go. Oh. Oh, they're doing so much damage to my fighter. Ah! There we go. That would have been nice to do earlier.
Yeah, but you didn't do it earlier, did you?
No, I didn't. That's my point. Fucking idiot. Why do I stream with you? You're so fucking dumb!
I don't know. You make me come here every week.
You make me come here every week.
Then you complain.
Earth Elemental.
It's got the same initials as Halamric's sister.
Okay.
E.
What are you doing? Oh, God.
And the fact her parrot says Hal, it just means that she just said that to the parrot over and over again, I guess.
Yep. Like a fucking
Ow!
freak.
Ow!
Where the hell am I?
So you're at home, Alex. I want you to calm down. Okay.
Oh no! I went down the stairs and I didn't realise because I'm stupid. Right. Okay. Now I know where I am.
No, it's okay, Alex. You're at your laptop. Okay.
Shut up, Sam.
Don't go crazy. Ready for D&D? I certainly am not. I have the story in my mind. I just haven't done enough prep, but I think I always do that, so it'll be fine.
Just gotta wing it.
Sometimes, I mean, I've left it too open, really. It's a one-shot adventure. Maybe not even that. If people aren't feeling it, we'll just, call it a didgeridoo.
You probably will. So we like D&D.
We'll see. Yeah, we're gonna play D&D tomorrow. It's a bit of news. Ooh,
doggy.
Which again, that's we're talking about geek and nerd culture. That is in the last 10 years, obviously become very popular. But all I have to say is I think that's 100% down to the Big Bang Theory.
No.
Bazinga.
Bazoinka.
Botswana.
Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. No. So wait. Oh, very okay.
You see, in the original, you didn't get these fancy maps.
Yes, and you got lost and you would die in the dungeons.
That's correct. Maybe bring back dream coins. Well, it's not a dream, so there won't be any dream coins.
Oh yeah, I have to do that tonight when we finish streaming. I need to pick my side, as it were, for your game.
The North or the South Pole.
Yeah, I need to decide who I'm for and who I'm against.
Are you a hippie or are you some sort of Republican guy?
Well, I don't think I'm either. I think I'm a guy who was forced into a situation, and that's just where I came from.
Yeah, well...
Oh no, I'm stoned.
Pardon me?
I'm stoned.
You get home, you're friggin... Oh, jeez.
My character's stoned. There you go. He's all better now.
Character's all stoned.
Sweet moolah.
I am so warm.
A piss code, man.
So, Alex, tell us about your weekend. What you got planned?
It's me dad's well, it's not actually his birthday tomorrow, but my sister's arranged a little surprise birthday party for him.
Oh,
So
that's kind of sweet.
We're doing that. We're going to well, we should be there for around about just after 11.
Because dare we say how old the gentleman is?
He's 76 years old.
76, and it doesn't look a day over 75.
That's because technically he's still 75. Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, he was an older fellow when he had Alex.
He was. Randy little bugger he was.
I wouldn't say little bugger, but...
Yeah, little bugger he is. Let's... Oh yeah, I got poison. I should probably do that instead of using my antidotes. Just fucking kill me, elemental.
Can you get a spell for to cure poison?
Yes, that's what I just said.
Oh,
That's it.
is that what Vox is?
No, poisoner.
Oh, poisoner. Okay. So what's Vox?
Cures silence.
So why is that group of adventurers called like Vox Machina or whatever?
Because that's just what they call themselves.
Okay. Yeah, there's like a series on them. You said.
I didn't say. You know full well because you watched it.
I was present. I was present.
Yeah, and you were attentive as well.
I have some vague recollection of things that happened in there.
That's good.
I think there was something about...
Does mean you're not completely fucking stricken with the stroke that you've obviously had.
I remember there was some sort of orc, I think, or Goliath, something like that.
Okay, I'm gonna have to call the hospital.
No, my friend can't recollect D&D cartoons properly.
He just can't remember things, unfortunately. His mind must have turned to mush.
Yeah, I think you would be able to tell if you said something that would normally trigger me, and I'm just completely fine. You'd be like, yeah, he needs to go to the mental hospital.
Oh, that's fine with me.
You're like, yeah, Sam, they're remaking Metal Gear Solid 1. I'd be like, oh yeah, okay. Just know like you've been replaced by some fucking alien.
Oh, I'm sure that'll be fine.
Ah, yes, video games.
It's the vampire. All things in this world. Wait, all things.
All things in this world.
It's a vampire, so he's from Transylvania. All things in this world are destined to end in death. The seal cannot be broken, and so the earth shall rot. Oh, that fucking sweet animation.
Like the Z-Earth shall rot.
You cannot alter destiny. Mere mortals cannot kill the undying. Yeah. Okay. Let's see if this works on him. Oi. Oh, he's paralyzed, I think. Okay. Does this hurt him? It does. And he regenerates. Okay, good to know.
I have decided on my character's race for D&D, and I have a backstory. Very good.
Marvellous. I have also decided on my character's race. He's a bunny man.
Well, so you claim, but I've made a last-minute amendment to your character.
Then I won't play.
He's a crippled bunny man with horrendous jaundice.
No, I'm not playing then.
You haven't heard me. You haven't let me finish.
You just did finish.
Oh no, he's got jaundice, but despite that, he tries really hard.
Yeah, I don't want to play.
Need to pick a class. I don't really know what people are playing as, so I can't advise.
I'm a fighter monk.
Well, we all know what you are, because you keep banging the drum.
I'm not banging the drum. Well, I told you.
Okay. Well, I don't know. So many good classes these days. It
Depends really what you fancy doing. Do you wanna do the chatting? Do you wanna be the face of the group? If you don't, then don't be a charisma-based character.
I feel like Stacy can be that person when she wants to be.
Why don't you be a druid and be wise?
Wise
Like
say,
my monk.
when I became a very powerful druid raising Ents, that was a lot of fun. You know, you can just straight up awaken trees.
I teleport out, or do I have to walk out?
Yeah, what was the limit as well? It was like 1 a day, but even so, if you have a bit of downtime, you're just raising an army of Ents.
I don't think I can go this way. Oh no, I can.
I mean, I suppose you could do a similar thing with charisma and just raise a regular army.
Regular army. Oh, actually,
Regular army reporting.
you just need to attack.
I don't know, man. If I was playing right now, if I had to pick a character right now, I really enjoy. For some reason, my most long-lived characters have been fighter or slightly magical fighter.
Yeah. You. Oh, hello. There's a lot of boys.
Maybe I just play that well.
My favourite character that I've played so far has I suppose not character. I mean, I like the character, but the class I liked the most was my Divine Soul Sorcerer, because he was charisma based, so I could do the talking and stuff like that, which a lot of people aren't comfortable with, but I am. And he was a spellcaster, so I had all these interesting spells. But as a sorcerer, he then gets meta magic, which gives him some extra options. And being Divine Soul means that he has access to all cleric spells as well, so I can be a healer. It's a very fun subclass to be.
That's your current.
No, my one for
divine. You got divine spells again.
Yes, so my current one is for Stacy's is the warlock divine. I can't remember, but basically my patron is something divine, so I get healing magic, sort of, but not very good healing magic. Compared to the Divine Soul Sorcerer, it is nowhere near as good, which is why the last level we leveled up, I multiclassed into Divine Soul Sorcerer.
I'm actually kind of upset. Our friend Lee started a game, and I made this group of goblins, and I was playing that wrestler goblin. Goblin.
Oh yeah, we all made up goblins.
They're slightly incestuous, but it wasn't canon. But they hinted at it.
Yeah, they hinted at it a lot.
And I had a lot of fun, fist fighting, doing wrestling moves.
Well, the thing is that class, that's that character build at the very least. Maybe not the specific character, but that build you can just use.
That's funny because I was just reading it. I remember now because we started at level 1, so I was literally doing a D1, but it was whatever the damage was, right?
Yeah,
so
it's 1 plus your strength.
Yeah.
So you had plus 4 strength, so it was just 5 damage every time.
But when we finished, I took a level in fighter, so now I do a 1d4 bludgeoning. Unarmed attacks do 1d6, 1d8 without weapon or shield. So I'd be doing a 1d8. I mean, that sounds fun to me. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage.
Oh boy, I'm running out of magic. We
always go back to D&D. We sure are a boring bunch of people.
We are nerds.
I wouldn't even say that.
I'm looking forward to mine because, mechanically speaking, anyway, I'm not sure if I'll enjoy the fact that I'm not going to be very good at talking because I'm not charisma based.
And my favourite thing to do is talk when you have no charisma.
I don't like doing that because I don't like fucking it up for everybody. Trying to be the face of the group and just constantly fucking it up. Yeah, so like he's going to be, you know, he's Dex, then Wisdom.
Uh-huh.
What do I do here? Yeah. So he's going to be good in melee, and he will have Wisdom, so I'll be able to do Perception and that sort of thing. But it's not what I normally do.
No.
So I'm not sure 100% I'm going to like it.
I have to say, I've been enjoying Stacey's game. She's a bit insecure about it, but
she's incredibly insecure about it, but I really like it.
I've been enjoying it, you know. I mean, after a game, she'll be like, "Oh, did you like it?" Of course we did.
Yep.
We're sitting there going, "Fucking hell, Jesus."
God, shit, fucking no.
No, it's been really good. There's a good split going on between. It sucks. No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
There's a really good split between RP and combat, and that's you know.
Yeah,
I love RP.
It was like my favourite game so far was when we didn't even have a battle because the time where we could have had a battle, the werewolf investigation. Right at the very end, we could have fought her, but I managed to use my charisma and talk around, and I got her to basically hand herself in, so she was imprisoned.
I think it was my creepy hug.
I don't think so.
My cold, breathless hug.
I'm also excited. I'm excited for your game. I'm excited for Stacey's game, and I'm also excited to DM again because obviously when you sit around and play with other people, it just gets your creative juices are flowing. You're just like, oh, I want to do this now.
Well, maybe just fucking do it and get off your ass. You know what I mean?
I will be. My plan is to do some prep and stuff, so I'm ready.
I found it hard. I had a really good, creative spur, and I've done a little bit of prep, but it's really hard when you're working. I have to do so much in the week.
Yeah, pretty much.
But like last night, I sat down to do something. I was so tired.
Oh yeah. Yesterday I was absolutely knackered for some. Oh yeah. Yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. I just didn't do anything. I got home. I was like, oh, I know I'm tired, but after I've eaten something, I'll probably play a video game or something. And then I just fucking sat in front of the fucking computer and just vegged out and just watched shit on YouTube because it's like, I can't think, brain, mush.
It does that. So I've got to now. Most of my prep has to be done tomorrow. I say most of it. I've got the game done. I don't think you'll get past what I've got planned. And it's a one-off anyway. You're just saying that. No, we're not, Stacey.
No, we're not. Otherwise, we wouldn't keep saying, "Can we play some more D&D, Stacey?"
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the question, actually. While I've got at the very least you two on here, I don't know if Nikki's actually watching, but if she is, she can chime in.
She's certainly watching Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah. I want to do when I do my next game, the next campaign, whatever. I want to do it. You have never asked me for more. Yes, we do. We ask you for more all the time.
Yeah, when you're at the end of the session.
Especially at the end of the session, it's like, can we not carry on? And you're like, no. But yeah, so the next campaign that I want to do is going to be in Exandria, Critical Role's world, because I know it quite well.
Are they? Is that some kind of D&D thing?
Pardon?
This world you're talking about, is it some kind of D&D thing? Is it a fan thing? What is it?
Anyway, so question: I have a campaign book from their world. Would you prefer me to run that book? Maybe have something at the start, that I make myself, then the book, then do something afterwards, or would you prefer me to just do my own thing?
Oof.
Because I don't know. Because I know when, for instance, when I did Descent into Avernus, and you guys liked Descent into Avernus, but after Descent into Avernus, you guys liked that story more. I think that I made up.
No, we didn't.
You didn't.
I think I think we did, and I think I remember asking if it was still in the book.
Yes.
Because it was good. I think you should do. It's hard to say because if you like, do your own thing, it takes so long. So maybe, mix it up. Maybe do a bit of your own for a start, and then stick the book in there, and then at least you can think, oh, if I've got to do prep, I just have to read the book.
I mean, there's still a lot of prep going into it, but the problem with running a book is, you end up having to like read the book, then read the book again, then go through the book and get out like magic items and monster stats and all that stuff, and take it out of the book and have it separate so that you can refer to them. You know, it can be a bit of a pain, but at the same time, you don't have to think of everything. But at the same time, that's part of the fun, so I'm not sure. I keep iffing and ahhing. Why have I come there? I want to go in here. I just realised I went into that cave and I got something, but I've forgotten what it was. I think it might have been the ruby for the giant.
I haven't paid attention for a long time.
How kind
I've been talking about D&D. I've just been staring off into the distance, really. That's what I've been doing, thinking about my game tomorrow.
Oh. How much moolah? Oh, I've got 56 grand now. I've got some moolah.
Yeah, you have enough money. I thought money was more tight than this.
Well, I mean, it is. When you get to the new place, you never have enough money for all the spells and stuff. So then you leave and you come back. But by the time you've done a dungeon, you've got loads of moolah. There we go. That's the white magic sorted.
Because every little thing she does is magic.
And Stacy says whatever inspires you. Instantly kills all enemies. Well, I get the feeling that's never going to work. Fire rigger. Teleport seems helpful. Oh. Wait. What? The fuck?
Oh yeah, that's some good shit. I'm not going to join its vape. It's a vape just for clarity.
Do you have to be a wizard to learn that? Guess I'll have the spell that could potentially kill everything in one hit. Yeah, so I'll I don't know. I'll probably end up using... I don't know. I mean, I think I might just run the book and do my own stories around it as well, and maybe put some stuff in it. Because I do like the story in the book, but I don't want to spoil it. So maybe I'll just run that.
You know what, Alex? Whatever it is that you want out of life, you go and achieve.
Why do you have to talk like a douchebag?
What, supporting you as a friend?
You're not supporting me. You talk like an absolute prick, and it makes me hate you. So you could just say, "Oh, just do what you want, man," and that'll be better than you going, "Oh," and then trying to come up with something philosophical that you don't actually think.
It's not even philosophical. It's just truth.
No, it's not. It's bullshit.
I saw an awesome clip. For some reason, you reminded me of it. They go through people's cosplays at a Comic-Con, and one of them is a gentleman dressed as a Blue Eyes White Dragon. But they're going through and they're like, "Oh, who are you?" "Oh, I'm Sailor Moon, you know, I'm whatever from My Hero Academia." And then this guy's like, "I'm Blue Eyes Trans Dragon." He's a super fabulous his Blue Eyes White Dragon cosplay as a transgender person. I thought,
okay.
That's original.
Yeah, if you were there, you'd be a Skull servant and everybody would love you again.
I'd be a Skull trans, I don't know. I'd try my best. I suppose if you're a skeleton, the only way you can tell is by hip and femur bones, so I don't know how to do that.
Oh. No, why have you poisoned me again?
I would only poison you if you spoke bad of me.
Okay, so... Roll force of 5 in your next visit. Yeah, defeat the vampire. Star Ruby. You have to get the Star Ruby. Back relieve. You can't go further now. Once you're out the cavern, head to the Titan's Cave, or the Giant's Cave. Give the Star Ruby to the Titan, the Giant. Ow, 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 ow!
Yes, take my ruby!
Hello, big fella. You have the Star Ruby. Give me the Star Ruby and I'll let you pass. Oh, fuck it, that's delicious.
I don't know if he eats it, per se.
Crunch munch. Nothing tastier than rubies.
Oh, he's eating it.
Okay, so leave, follow the route to the Sage's cave and check the Sage inside. He gives you the Earth Rod. He just went through the wall.
Can I just ask as well? Aren't rubies compacted minerals that are harder than stone?
Yeah, but he's a giant.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
See?
Oh, it's a lesser tiger. Don't even worry about these. They're lesser.
Yeah, they're not even real tigers.
I mean, they're ginormous tusks.
I can't wait to do that to you. Have another demi-lich somewhere.
It's not a real lich.
And that's exactly my point, because that's what you'll say, and then you'll fight it, and you'll get your ass fucking kicked.
Oh, we didn't before. It was scripted. Someone would die. So
It wasn't.
it was scripted. Come on.
Nope.
You told me from the start you were out to kill Stacy.
I said it was agreed that I would try and steer it towards that fact, but I didn't even need to.
Yeah.
Let's use fire again. Why not?
Seems like a waste, but okay. Boom, bubble.
Boom, bubble.
Padaman Digivolve. Are we playing a Cyber Sloop anyway?
I don't know, when we've got like several hundred hours free to stream it.
When's that? Let's see.
I don't think it's
Maybe
anytime soon.
Maybe we should just book a week off and stream for a week and eat Doritos.
We could. I've got enough days off to have a week off if I wanted.
I've got fucking 2 weeks or more left. Don't really know when I'm going to use it, but I'll try.
Just whenever, man.
I was thinking Christmas, and I might take a week off because my sister's having a baby, so I thought I might go help.
Yeah, I've got 8 days total, I think, left.
Oh, sick.
So my plan was to use 3 days over Christmas so I could have like over a week off because of the holidays.
Oh, is that how it works this year? Because I better book that in right quick.
There's 3 days immediately after Christmas where we'll be in the office. But we can obviously book that off, and then you'd have the Monday, Tuesday, and then also you need to book off is like the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I think. Oh, hello. You alright, pal?
But I've just realised that I'm now in charge of the phones and probably can't really be off.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
You can. Fucking ridiculous mentality. You have annual leave. You are allowed to use it.
Yeah.
So you're the ones who defeated the vampire. He was but a servant. The beast corrupting the earth crystal lurks much deeper within the cavern. Here, take this staff with you and use it behind the vampire's chamber. If you know what I mean. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Oh no, the vampire's chamber.
Restore the crystals to grace. Okay, so now I have to go back into the earth cavern, which is really tedious. You go all the way down, then you have to come all the way back out again, only to go all the way back in again.
That grass is so fucking photorealistic, I can't believe it.
You're telling me.
Why are you not using that dyer thing?
I am.
Oh. You didn't. You lied.
I did, I used it. I just didn't. I selected it. The character didn't use it.
Very well.
Very well. Cha-ching!
You do come back alive.
Good old Commander
They changed
Conquer.
his, Oh, no, I was talking about Demon Souls. They changed his voice in the remake. I was very upset.
Cool.
Well, I think it was the same guy, but obviously it's been
10 years.
10 years, and he didn't remember how he sounded. But it's fine. It's fine. And
It's fine.
maiden-
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. The Shrine Maiden as well, she was far less Jamaican for some reason. Probably because it was racist, I don't know.
I don't know.
Soul of the Mind, Key to Light Seeker or something.
I need to check if I have tents. If I have a tent, then I'll go straight to the cave.
Alex, what's the difference between a tent and a cottage?
Tents don't fully heal you, cottages do.
Do they restore your MP, or is that the same?
Yeah, they restore HP and MP, but the tent doesn't fully restore you, whereas the cottage does. Murder the tarantulas!
Not something you want to say if you work in a pet store.
Murder the tarantulas.
Just murder the tarantulas. I'm guessing you would get sacked. If you work at Pets for Home, do you get a discount on fucking hamsters? You just own like 10 hamsters at once. Why would you need a discount? Like £5? I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Hamster cages, though, on the other hand, very expensive.
I don't know. Okay, you're
Well,
talking...
I don't know.
All of a sudden
Take
you're talking about fucking hamsters, okay? I don't know.
Tarantulas, pet stores. Take it from a man that's owned, I think, 3 hamsters. Just don't own a hamster. I mean, they don't do anything. They're just there, and they just die eventually.
I just thought, actually, the other good thing about now that I'm coming back in, I can be fully healed and I can go directly to where I need to go, rather than getting all the chests.
At least with guinea pigs, you can walk them, I guess.
I don't know if you can.
No, you could try.
Try unsuccessfully.
Imagine walking your fucking guinea pig and someone just comes along with their Rottweiler. That's the end of
Just
the guinea pig.
eats it.
Pretty much.
What a tasty little morsel!
Yeah. What's the morsel of meat's in Don't Starve, I think.
I don't know. I don't really enjoy Don't Starve. Oh,
there was a point I was borderline addicted to it. Well, I do get like that with some games.
Yeah, I know Stacey likes it. Me and Stacey tried playing it for a while, and I think I enjoyed it for all of like an hour, and then I was just like, okay, this is boring now. But I carried on playing it for a bit to see if it got better, and it didn't.
I played it a lot, and got Nikki to play Don't Starve together, and she was like, "Oh, fuck, it just stresses me out." So we stopped. But I tend to like Binding of Isaac. I think I don't know how many hours I put into that.
You put in a lot of hours in that. I know you have.
I did enjoy it. I don't want to. Like nowadays, I don't want to play it. But I get like that. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. I put a lot of hours into that, but now I just wouldn't want to play it.
Yeah, I mean, there's certain games I'd like really time sink. This way.
Or Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah, Final Fantasy 14, Skyrim, obviously. I probably put a lot of time into Minecraft, but that's also obvious. But then again, I've also played Final Fantasy 7 probably like 20 times.
Yeah,
completed it like 10.
You probably have quite a lot of time into that.
Same with like 8 and all the other ones.
I'm no longer in my life where I will prioritise a game over sleep anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
I've never just sat there and played a game.
The only time that happens if it's a brand new game that I'm really excited about. So Final Fantasy 7 Remake, when that came out, I prioritized the game over sleep.
Wow.
I think if I recall correctly, it arrived on a Friday when I was working from home. So like it came at like 4 o'clock. So I literally, as soon as it came, I was like, oh well, I'm just going to turn on the PS4 and start installing that.
Wow.
So whilst that was installing, I finished.
Your laziness.
I was still working, and then, as soon as 5 o'clock hit, it was like I'm straight on that game, and I played it until like 12 o'clock at night, and I'm like, okay, I'm too tired, I gotta go to bed. I'm an old man, I can't go past 12 anymore.
No, it's one of those things, and working from home, it's yeah, I used to have the ham radio on, so I could listen and hear everything going on, and just like I've said before, it's a hobby and it's interesting to hear. Sometimes you get a really good propagation or whatever, and you'll hear all over the country.
Yeah.
And it's just something I can't do at work. I mean, if I bring a radio into work, they'd be like, "Well, why are you doing that?"
What the hell's that?
Yeah, it's like you're listening to music or whatever. Or I'd have I'd have a PC I'm working on, and then I'd have something installing on it or whatever, and I just do that. Then in my dinner hour, I could do whatever I wanted, so I just work on that.
Yeah, like
it's frustrating.
It was nice. It was nice being able to work from home. I wouldn't even mind it if it was just like the odd day. It's like, this Friday, I'm just going to work from home.
The thing is, I've had 5 meetings this week, and all of the people in these different organisations were all at home.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's nice.
That must be nice. Oh well. Is what it is. Maybe we can introduce it later, but we'll see.
Who knows? I'm so hot.
I'm alright. I'm in me shorts and me t-shirts. Get out of the way, you stupid fucking bat.
When does they mean to the bat?
No, fuck you.
Okay.
Okay.
If you could live in any Final Fantasy world, which one would it be?
None of them.
Interesting choice.
Not really. Most of them have some sort of great natural disaster incoming, or
Some sort
multiple
of-
natural disasters, so I'd
Some
rather
sort
not.
of horrendous event that always wipes out all of humanity. But
Correct.
it never does. It never does.
You know, in Final Fantasy 1, the whole thing is that all the elemental crystals are dead and dying, so all the life in the world is just ending. It's like, yeah, that's not going to be good. Nothing grows anymore. The water's going stagnant. Pretty sure that's pretty
Yeah.
bad. Final Fantasy 2, there's an evil empire taking over the world and just destroying cities. To be fair, I think Final Fantasy 3 is similar to 1. And then 4, again, is an evil force taking over the world, destroying cities. Yeah, it's just generally not a good time.
I
Right,
suppose not.
where am I now? I'm over there, okay. Piss Code Mon!
Why didn't we play 4? We just go to the moon, you know?
Well, my plan is to eventually get to that one.
No way am I sitting through fucking... How many games are there?
Mainline game so far, 15.
That's too many.
I'm not going to do them all at once, Sam. I'm going to play this one. And when I finish this one, I might try moving on to 2, but we'll see. 2, 3 are a bit
One of the
ropey.
worst ones. Yeah.
And then 4 I'll probably definitely play. 5 I'd like to as well. And 6 I'd like to.
Oh yeah, obviously, you know. 4, 5, and 6 are no-brainer.
And then,
And then it just drops off after that, so...
nope. And then it gets better.
Nah,
7, 8, and 9.
Drops off like a rock. Oh no. BRB.
He's going for a
Drops
shit.
off like a freaking rock. Oh hell, nothing else counts.
Sam's gonna take a dump. Don't mind him. Let me sit up. I'm not very comfy. Ooh. Okay. Okay, what did I get there? 3,400 gil. Monsters. Oh, Christ. So many monsters. The fuck? They don't look like sphinxes. The hell are they? Oh, Rat Boy, no. Don't hurt Rat Boy. Oh, Christ. You cure a Rat Boy. Don't hurt Rat Boy, don't hurt Rat Boy, don't hurt Rat Boy. Okay, they didn't. Please die. Thank you. Ba 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 ba. Right, I am going to use a little bit of magic.
Back into the furnace.
Sam's favourite place is the furnace.
What did I miss, pal?
I beat some sphinxes that didn't look like sphinxes, and now I'm fighting more sphinxes that don't look like sphinxes.
I have to ask, did the word sphincter come from sphinxes?
No.
Okay. So where does sphincter come from?
From your asshole.
No, but it is my asshole.
Correct.
Oh, you're confusing me now.
Well, that ain't
No,
hard,
but-
is it?
I wish I never asked you. I'll be honest.
Well, that's because you're dumb. You're afraid of my intelligence.
I am afraid of it. I'm afraid you'll do something so crazy one day. We'll never get you back.
Thank you.
I want to be excited about a game again, Alex. I need to Need to look at some games that are upcoming.
Yeah,
You see? That's the issue, isn't it? There's nothing.
Well, I'm excited for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Oh, okay. Woohoo.
And also Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core, whatever that remaster is called, I forget.
And they're remaking Dirge Cerberus.
They haven't announced that. It'd be nice if they did, though.
I said before, if they do that, they have to totally remaster Shadow the Hedgehog. Very similar games.
From completely different companies.
Yeah, but they both have guns, they're both edgy. You know.
Yes, but one's about a hedgehog and one's about a vampire man.
Yeah, but they're both fucking... Oh, God,
The world is against me, so I'm against the world.
Yeah, exactly. Also, who gave Shadow the Hedgehog a gun?
A genius.
A genius. You know what people love about Sonic? It's the handguns. It's...
No, what they love is Shadow, and you know what he could do with to make him cooler?
Go on.
A gun.
Oh my God, he's right.
And of course some machine guns to go along with that. And maybe
That's
even a
wrong.
motorcycle.
You can imagine the meeting. He's like, yeah, kids love Grand Theft Auto, so, give Shadow a gun and a motorbike, huh?
That'll bring in the dollar.
Hey, what part of this child-friendly hedgehog animal game needed machine guns and guns? I think, who did I watch?
I think you'll find that every part of it needed it.
Like, I know Sonic's not in that game, but I'm just trying to imagine Sonic's reaction to a gun.
Sonic's in that game.
No, he's not, is he?
Yeah.
I feel
All
like
the
we
good
need to
guys
stream the
are.
game.
The point of Shadow the Hedgehog is you can it's your journey. So in each level you can pick what sort of plot line to follow. You can either follow like Sonic's plot line and be good, or Eggman's plot line, or the evil alien plot line.
That's so good. We're gonna need to stream that game.
We could. There's a point where you can kill the president.
Oh please. You can't kill the fucking president.
Yeah, you can kill the president. There's
Why
Game
can you
Grumps.
kill the president?
Game Grumps did a rap about it.
Why can you kill the president? What part of Sonic the Hedgehog ever references killing the president?
It's like it's weird because it's like I don't know if it's like the president of the United States specifically, or if it's just the president. They don't say where he's from, but it's clearly based on the American president.
So look, I watched the cartoon series. I know you didn't, but
I did.
Okay.
Sonic X, motherfucker.
Oh no, we don't talk about that.
Sonic X.
That series actually has evil Robotnik, and we don't like to talk about that one. That's the one where Robotnik actually wants to kill people. He's like, oh, Schnibbly, I'm going to murder everybody. But no, I watched the original one. And I should hope the president is some sort of horrendous, anthropomorphic, is that the word?
No,
dog
he's
person?
just a dude.
Yeah, and Shadow can kill him.
Yeah, because Sonic Adventure started off, didn't it? Where it started just having humans. Just regular humans just everywhere.
Well, okay.
And then Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, where Shadow was first introduced, also had humans. And that's when I'm pretty sure they introduced the president.
Oh, fuck.
And then in Shadow the Hedgehog, you have the opportunity to kill the president.
What the fuck? Let's go through their minds when they came up with that.
I wish I could bring it up now and show
GTA.
you, but it's fucking funny.
It's got to be GTA, hasn't it? It's got to be they saw how well GTA was doing. They thought, well, we've got to do something.
I'm just going to search Sonic the Hedgehog, the president. There he is. Can I send the picture? Am I allowed? I'm going to put this into our group chat, and then if you want to share it or whatever, Sam.
Oh, sure.
You can have a look at the president. I got a
Being
tent.
shot. Oh, it's just the, okay. Let me see the president. Fucking hell.
You like him?
It's the most generic looking president I've ever seen.
Yep. Generic white president.
shot by a hedgehog.
I think in the game he's in an aeroplane trying to like get out of like escape basically in this like military base. Like it's like an underground military base, and he's trying to fly out, and you could just follow and shoot the plane. And if you keep shooting it, eventually you can blow it up and kill the president.
Oh, it's just insanity. Anyway, we should stream that. Dirge of Cerberus, is that PSP?
That's PS2.
Well, that's also doable then.
Yeah, I do want to play it. It's just like the last time I tried to stream something from my PS2 via the capture card and stuff, it didn't work. So
we have my PS3, so we can just do it that way.
yeah.
Although it sounds like a rocket. It's not very well these days. That's why I bought a second one with an SSD. Which makes very little difference. Oh, okay, no, it does make a difference while I'm playing Rising, I think.
It made a difference for Gran Turismo like 5 or whatever it was.
Oh yeah, because I tried to...
The load times in that are actually horrendous.
Because I pointed it out to you. And then Nicky was like, oh, it's got an SSD out loud. Oh, God.
You were trying to trick me.
I would never trick you, unless it was something like morally compromising.
Unless it was something trivial or morally compromising.
Correct. What are we doing now, by the way? I haven't, you fed the goal on the rock, the gem. We've come a long way. Where are we?
I got the earth rod from the sage, and he basically said, go back to that cave again, but go deeper with the rod.
I'm sorry?
So now I'm on floor 4.
You said go deeper with the rod?
Yeah. Remember? We talked about going deeper behind the vampire.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, but you never said the rod specifically.
Yeah, I mentioned the rod.
Okay, alright, that's fair enough.
Put the rod into the vampire's back passage.
Have they got headaches? Yeah.
Oh no, my wife left me!
Oh, the crippling debt of a mortgage!
Okay, so I'm here now. It doesn't look like there's any more. The fuck is that? Oh, they're bats. Okay, yeah. I was like looking at this map that I've got there, and it's like, what the fuck is that? Because it's the map. Like, it's the Pixel Remaster guide, but all the maps they use are from the original. So it looks like really shitty graphics from the NES.
I have to ask as well, what kind of a cave without sconces is so well lit?
Magic.
Oh yeah, sorry. No, it's magic, it's blue fire.
Not necessarily.
Ah, gotcha.
I'm glad you just accept that.
I do, yeah, I'm not going to argue. I prefer it to the games where they put you in a dark cave and you have to get some sort of gimmicky item to get through.
Yes. They're dumb. I hate those games.
We're looking at you, Pokemon.
Fucking Pokemon.
Okay. I've got to finish my Pokemon Blue randomizer. I could do that while you play.
I wouldn't.
Okay. I got a bit pissed off when that Moltres came, and I should look that up, shouldn't I? I could not catch it. It just said you missed the Pokemon, which I don't think I've ever seen, unless it was a trainer's Pokemon.
Yeah.
Who speaks to me?
You missed the Pokemon Gen 1. There we go.
I am he who feeds on the power of earth. I will not be disturbed by mortal men. I am the Lich, fiend of earth.
Okay, alright, don't big yourself up too much. Pokeballs in Gen 1 can completely miss, which occurs due to a low catch rate of Pokemon. This is the equivalent of a Pokeball not shaking at all in later generations. Okay.
This is just a random chance, I guess.
Just because it was a fucking Moltres, and I was trying to use normal Pokeballs, I guess.
Oh, my thief did not do a lot of damage then.
This Lich looks fabulous.
He's like, oh, hello there!
Hello there, do you want to see under my care? He's got a handkerchief.
I think it's just his wrist guard.
You reckon? Oh, yeah, it is, yeah. Well, let's ruin the illusion.
Oh, yeah, my fighters don't do any damage to him.
Yeah, that's a thing. I do recall that. I mean, they do some damage.
Yeah, very little. Although he's not... No, he is paralysed by fire anyway. Let's keep on using these fucking overpowered spells. There you go. I saved all my most powerful magic for him.
No, he's done. That's all she wrote.
There we go. He's didgeridoo. Did you do
all
this?
I have to say is... Yeah, I think I did.
Oh, well, fuck you then. I won't let you piece of fucking...
I think I just remember having a hard time and save stating.
When the Lich defeated, leave. You can explore the dungeon more treasure if you like. Don't. You need to head back to your ship. And you may as well go via Melmond. Okay. So I've got my first crystal lit up, my Earth one. Yay.
Will you just wait till you get to the airship?
I can't wait. It'll be fun.
Mm-hmm. So warm.
What's wrong with you? It's like
Oh, they give you a world map as well. This is so cheap, this game.
How's it cheap?
Well, you need to get lost and stuck.
No, you don't.
That's half the fun.
No, it's not.
Really?
Yeah.
Have I been led astray?
Yeah.
Oh then.
Use Melman to heal up, then take your take your ship south, following the coast, ignoring the path Titan made. Eventually you'll be able to travel east. Do so until you reach a port. The port is just north of Crescent Lake. Oakley dokily. Okie dokie then.
Okie dokie then. Oh yeah, I've been watching a lot of South Park clips that just come from my friggin' feed.
Yeah, I had a period of that.
You know, they're funny, so it's hard not to watch them.
Like Cartman. And, I want you to tell me about your student athletes.
Oh yeah, your student athletes, sir. Yeah.
Well, I think doesn't he say slaves first? And he's like,
says,
what?
Yeah. They're not slaves, we have student athletes. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Athletes.
Like,
That's a
winking.
good one. Yeah. Yeah, no. But it is funny. I mean, I in particular in the UK, we wouldn't really get that, I guess, because we don't have that culture here.
Yeah.
With sports teams for high schools.
Travel south along the coast.
If anything, we have, like, local kids teams that play, but not for a school.
Yeah, it's like college football over there. It's like you get signed on whilst you're in college, and then you.
Well, you can get a full-on scholarship, can't you?
Yeah, and then I think you can
football.
go professional, and you can do it until you're like 30 or whatever. But like most people, like retire when they're like 30. Whereas some, like quite a lot of football players these days go past there, and some go up to 40 and stuff.
Oh yeah, I was thinking of one the other day. He played for a while, but
It was.
I'm not a big football fan.
I'm not either. I remember one being like, wasn't he like Liverpool or something? And he went until he was like 40.
He was. We recently had an England captain. I think he played in the World Cup when he was 38. And that was relatively old for a football player.
Yeah.
Alan Shearer, I think he played till he was in his 40s and still played semi-professional into his 50s, I think. But again, I don't know shit about football.
Yeah, same.
Unfortunately, I find it very boring unless it's the World Cup. And then I'll watch it. It's like Eurovision, you know, I'm not too bothered, but I'll watch it. Obviously, the last time I haven't watched it in years, but we had a few friends over. I was just going ape shit because they were voting for the UK, which never happens, never.
Yeah.
So that was exciting, and then obviously Ukraine won public support, which is fine because obviously they need the support right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, the UK actually got votes because most of the time there's a whole joke where, you know, every time someone's voting, you're like, oh, UK, nil point. You know, because we don't get any fucking points. Because everyone hates us, and, you know, quite rightly.
Not really quite rightly.
No, I suppose it's all the colonisation we did, maybe. I'm not sure.
I don't know. All I know is fucking Boris is going.
Yeah, he's packed his little old Boris bags, and he's going out the Boris back entrance.
And
he'll
you know,
be,
he plans on staying until like October though, but I don't know if. I'm pretty sure it's also been said that that's never been agreed with the committee in the Conservative Party.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll stay on until they, you know, get a replacement, basically, until the new ones are elected. within the party, and then like the people who's like the head of the committee within the Conservative Party said, we never agreed to that.
Listen, things are so dire right now. I think what we need to do is just they need to vote for Jacob Rees-Mogg because he's clearly a vampire, and we just let ourselves become vampires, and that's just how our story ends.
Okay. Seems like a reasonable thing to happen.
I have literally no other suggestion for how we're supposed to continue. Aside from becoming vampires. At least then we'll have immortality.
Well, we wouldn't though, would we? Because if everyone became vampires, there'd be no source of human blood, and we'd just die.
You're right. Oh my god, I didn't think about that.
So, Jacob Rees-Mogg can never get into power.
And that's the reason.
Correct.
No, he's a weird guy. I mean, I did enjoy the memes when he fell asleep on in Parliament and they made him really long. That was funny.
I mean, there was a few memes that I've liked about him because he's like weirdly old-fashioned for like his age. I know he's probably like 40 something, maybe 50 now. But like when he started, even when he was like 30, he was all really like old-fashioned about everything.
Yeah.
So I always found those kind of memes about him funny. But like he's also kind of evil. Because he wants to go backwards.
Yeah. Jeez, you could say that about most politicians, unfortunately. Kind of evil. Which is not a situation you want to be in. But I've never known anything like this in my life. The turmoil we've had with snap elections and the way things have gone, because did we have two? We had two snap elections?
We had David Cameron left when Brexit was like agreed, basically, because he allowed the vote for Brexit, thinking that nobody would vote for it.
Yeah, and so we had a snap election then, right?
Yeah, because Theresa May got in charge, and they obviously then wanted to be like, solidify their power.
Yeah, so they did it again with Boris. Didn't they?
And then Theresa May had a vote of no confidence, and then the same thing happened. So Boris got in, and then they had another election.
So that's pretty much like in my lifetime. It's not that long. I know I'm very young, but I've never known such turmoil in politics. Usually, it's standard. Okay, they're in for 4 years. Election.
It's interesting as well now because when I could have started learning about politics, I did a little bit, but not much. Like, I looked into who I wanted to vote for and stuff like that, but I didn't know much about the process. But 10 odd years have gone by since then, and now I know a little bit more. So. And I'm also looking, because obviously for me this feels like it's never happened before. And I'm like, interested in seeing what happens, like, because the Conservative Party at the moment aren't doing so great in the polls. I imagine it's even worse now after this whole fiasco. All the MPs quitting on Boris and stuff like that.
Penis pincher.
Yeah, and so it's like, will they try to do another snap election now? Or will they just try not to? In the hopes that
they won't.
In the hopes that we'll need to stay in power as long as possible.
I mean, if they did one, my prediction as a professional,
that's definitely
is that it would just result in a hung parliament because there's such doubt between. And let's be honest, there's only two parties in the UK. That's it. No one else matters.
Yeah, for now.
I think it would be a hung parliament, and that would be it. And then they'd have to do some sort of terrible coalition again.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not 100% sure anymore, to be honest. I think with everything that's going on with Conservatives, I think more people might be willing to vote for Labour or something like that.
Did I tell you? I'm a member of the Monster Raving Loony Party.
Yes.
My official name is after my Hobgoblin Death Cleric. So.
Hetrock.
Yeah, my Monster Raving Loony Party name is Lord Hetrock Goldbomb. Which is the title you have to use if you're a member, so if I was to speak to another person.
So even though it's not your actual name, they make you come up with a fake name.
Well, yeah, because it's Monster Raving Loony Party, isn't it? Like the original founder, I think, was called Lord Screaming Such. Like this was back in the day, so way out there, crazy name.
Yeah.
What's the new guy called? Something Hope. I don't know. Anyway, I'm a member of it, but to be clear, I would never vote for them because their whole mandate is not to be voted in.
Yeah.
You had the whole Lord Buckethead thing, then Lord Binhead,
Oh yeah.
which was good. I think one of them said they were gonna, like, I can't remember. Something about making lasers on the moon or something.
Well, I'm pretty sure some of their policies are like they want to. They were ridiculous ones. Like they wanted to like. Oh fuck! I can't think of what one. It was like one of them endless circles where it doesn't make any sense. So they're gonna like print more money to print more money. You know, something stupid. I can't remember now.
Well, for example, one of the ones I remember is they would turn the air conditioners around so the cold air was blowing out of the building.
I think that might have been one of them.
And then that would reverse global warming. Here we go. I brought up a list here. Lots of these are outdated now. Actually, they're about the pandemic, unfortunately.
Ooh, how terrible.
In government, we will complete a 5-year parliament in only 4 years. This policy not only ensures a 20% saving for the public, but also gives everyone in the UK a year off from listening to our politicians. To get more children reading, fish and chips will be once again wrapped in newspaper. I mean, it's just genius, isn't it? To unite the population, we will surround the UK with a large cardboard box so people can both be in and or out of the EU. This will be known as Schrodinger's Brexit.
I like that.
Anyway.
Use the hidden path to the top right to reach a unique clearing.
That is the state of politics here. That's what I've resorted to.
There's a hidden area. Oh, yes, I see. I see. I am Lucan. I see a cycle of rough and dim light guided by your destiny, about which our entire future revolves. Cool. Oh, oh, and he gives me the canoe. Sweet. Okay. So now I can go over rivers. I don't think any of these other ones will give me anything, will they?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
What?
They're outdated, but it still made me laugh. We will send Noel Edmonds to negotiate Brexit because he understands deal or no deal. Oh, that's awful.
Stupid.
That's so stupid.
Okay, so got the canoe. The canoe is another thing. Let's go over there. There's an obvious path. Do that to be led to the volcano.
We will feed the Welsh dragon as it looks a bit thin due to government cuts.
What?
That does need feeding. You know, the Welsh dragon on the flag. We will try to find a breeding pair of dragons, as the Welsh dragon is an endangered species.
Sure.
Okay.
So white croc.
We'll report the Welsh dragon to Monopolies. The Monopolies Commission, as there is only one. Oh god.
Did my fucking black mage just die? Yes, he did. Okay. The croc tried to eat him. Oh, Christ.
There we go.
To the right outside the town.
Did I miss something? Why are you in a rowboat?
Because I got it from the town.
Okay, I was reading policies, I'm afraid.
In Neo Ochu. I'm just trying to. So this guide says. Let me just read it again. The canoes, another da-da-da-da. There's an obvious path to follow right outside the lake. Do that to be at the feet of the next. No, it doesn't actually say where.
There's an obvious path?
Yeah, it doesn't say which way to actually go, and it's not that obvious. There's an area to the left, but is that the obvious path, or is the obvious path somewhere else?
When the stream catches up, I will tell you. How does that grab you?
Doesn't. I think it's through there.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I can see it. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go back and heal.
Dun, 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 dun.
No, I want to
It's
heal.
a shame there's not many of those edgy games we can play now. I mean, Sonic, Shadow the Hedgehog will be one, and Dirge of Cerberus. I can't think of many.
Metal Gear Rising Revengeance is pretty edgy.
No, but that's good now. It's funny.
So
It's not like
So Shadow the
cringe.
Hedgehog. What are you saying?
No, because that's just cringe.
It's not cringe. It's great.
Whereas Rising Revengeance, it doesn't take itself seriously. Shadow the Hedgehog does.
I don't know what you're talking about. You're crazy.
I'm trying to think of any other edgy games we can play. There must have been plenty of PS2 ones. I mean, we could play like you remember the Getaway, like the British Grand Theft Auto game.
Yeah. Yes, I remember that. It's not great.
Yeah, but you know, playable.
It's a bit rough.
It's very rough. I wouldn't say it's edgy though. I mean, is Grand Theft Auto edgy now?
No.
You sure?
Yeah, because that's... If you remember, Grand Theft Auto has always been really stupid and goofy.
Yeah, that's true.
Is that
I like watching a documentary of Rockstar, whatever they were called back in the day, and developing Grand Theft Auto 1, and just, you know, the tiny little office they're in, and
Yeah.
it's so 90s, and the news reporters are obviously so horrified at what they're seeing.
The violence.
You play this game, you can ride around in this car and run people over. Oh, you can run people over. Well,
That
yeah,
doesn't seem very good at all.
it doesn't seem very good at all. Why would you want to do that? Well, it's fun.
It's fun to imagine yourself doing it, but not actually doing it.
That's the way you phrase that. I don't like it.
What?
It's fun to imagine yourself doing it, but don't do it.
Yeah. That's the safe
Well, it's
way.
not even
of doing it.
imagining. I wouldn't imagine myself running people over. It's just, you know, it's a game. It's you can look at a piece of art of a horrendous war and not get involved in the war.
Yeah, you can imagine yourself being in a war killing people. You know, you're not actually in the war.
See, I wouldn't do that, Alex, would I, though? I wouldn't sit there going, oh, I wonder what it's like to kill someone with a spear.
That's exactly what you think.
Not really.
Yeah.
Oh, that monster sneezed.
He didn't sneeze.
Achoo! Achoo!
No.
You get it? It's called an achoo.
It was called an ochu.
Do you mind not, you know, belching on stream?
I mind.
Okay, alright. Can we also ask, when you're rowing in that boat, it looks like you're in a Power Rangers,
I'm in
suit
my
there.
cocoon!
Looks more like a condom, to be honest.
My cocoon condom. It didn't actually heal me a lot. There we go. Into Mount Gulg.
Well, Frodo, go into Mount Doom before I do you, Frodo.
Excellent time for a map. Okay. Not the Sphinx again.
Have you seen these popular clips going around on the facial B of, like, people reacting to Obi? There's a guy that reacts to Obi-Wan dressed as Obi-Wan, but he deepfakes his face on.
No. I don't
Okay,
really like reaction videos. They annoy me.
No, it's not like, oh, I'm reacting to it. It's just him being like, oh, this is terrible. You know, it's mostly him. But it's him, and then he's deepfaked Obi-Wan's face on himself. It just, I don't know, it feels, it disturbs me in a way.
You like it,
Creeps
really?
me out. I saw one of Ian McKellen the other day, like, he was like dancing Gandalf, but it was deepfaked Ian McKellen's face on Gandalf. But it's like Uncanny Valley.
I'll take your word for it. I don't like reaction videos, and I'm going to stand by my.
No, it's not a reaction video. For Christ
I'm going to
almighty,
stand by what I
Christ.
said.
Do you know what Uncanny Valley is?
Nope.
Okay, so it's a phenomenon. I can't say that word.
Oh,
Where you. Okay.
yeah, just a couple of fire elementals.
Oh, okay. Where you try and recreate something to be human, but it's slightly off, and so it becomes creepy to you.
Oh yeah.
So when you get the people that like make the realistic facial animation androids,
Oh yeah,
and it's just really weird. So it's like it's uncannily human,
but not.
but it's not right,
Yeah,
and it freaks you out.
Critical Role's done a new a new intro, and they've done like it's almost like rotoscoping over themselves, and
What, like weird vibrant colours or?
yeah, I'll have to show you, but like I like the song because the song that they have is the same song they used for the first intro for the new season, and the song is really good, and it went really well with the intro that they shot then. But the new one, it doesn't feel like it goes with the video, and it's like all the rotoscoping. So like the bodies look fine, but then they've like rotoscoped the faces on, and it doesn't look right. It looks like they put the faces on afterwards, and it just looks fucked up.
Do you think it's kind of like the deep fake thing, where it's like their faces kind of
Possibly.
kind of there,
it's just
but it's
weird
not quite.
because the bodies look like their bodies. If that makes sense, I'll have to show you.
Yeah.
I have to show you because it's like.
Well, that's exactly it, and it's been something. I don't know when the term was coined. It must have been during early CGI, and it really holds true now. When you get when you're playing a video game and it tends to be too realistic, and that can have the effect.
Yeah.
So like I quite like a video game where you can tell it's a video game, but when you get past that point, you're starting to worry about having a chip put in your brain and simulating everything.
I don't think I'd go that far.
I don't think I'd be that worried about it if it happened, because I wouldn't know.
Horned devils.
Oh, you horny devil! Oh yeah, I need to read some more papers on it. Actually, it's an interesting thing. It's like a natural human response because it's we perceive it as a trick, trying to trick us, into some sort of trap. And that's our ape brains, how they react.
A stupid monkey brain.
Yeah, which as much as you want to get away from it, it's like the majority of our brain is that.
Oh my god, please stop casting fire on everybody. Oh.
It's like if you're just sat at a desk and you have a hot flush and you think, oh, something's not right.
Oh god, stop!
They're fine, they're just casting fire on you.
Over and over and over again. Ah, please die. Stop casting magic. I did it. Okay.
Or another example is where you would leave your house and think, did I lock my door?
I don't think that. I tend to just go, I locked my door, and then I leave.
Yeah, and then the reality is you probably did. And even if you didn't, people generally, like at least around here, don't go around trying to open your door.
Yeah.
In the middle of the day.
It's a fire hydra.
A fire hydra?
Yeah.
Okay.
Monsters. I'm only on level 2, Christ. The Great Sword. So it's more accurate but weaker. I'm good.
We're going to stay philosophical as well. Another effect I like is that every generation complains about the one that comes after.
Yes. Yeah, I think I mentioned this to Stacey the other day or something.
Yeah, I can't remember what it's actually called.
There is it. Forget.
Is it? I was about to say euthanasia, but that's not it.
That's not it either.
But yeah, throughout history, there's recorded evidence of everyone
but
complaining in the media.
Each generation is about as good or bad as the previous one.
Or better. Yeah. Well, actually, the statistics show each generation is better educated, more wealthy, safer, less disease. But it's always the case.
Generationism is most commonly used as an accusation against the beliefs that the contemporary generation in itself is inherently superior to previous generations.
But it's a healthy thing to recognise it, because I think me and you have said before, I don't know why I talk about this shit.
Because it's interesting.
With things like, okay, yeah, we look at Fortnite and we cringe really hard at the fucking floss dance and whatever.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh Christ, what's wrong with these kids? And then you think, oh no, this is just what they like.
Yep.
so that's fine.
And when we grew
just-
up, it was, I don't know, Minecraft for us, and
Oh yeah, me and you going like, oh, what an epic fail or whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
how cringe is that?
Rufflecopters.
Yeah, lol. And that is cringy, and I don't think we did any dances, but we probably certainly did like stylistic things that were cringy. I don't know. Well, you
I don't
had
know,
long
sucking
hair.
each other off.
Yeah, okay, well that's still cool. But when you had really long hair, and I did, and we thought that was cool. And for some people it is, but I don't think we suited it.
No, I didn't. My curly little golden locks didn't suit it. Christ.
Well, I don't think my long hair suited me either. But it was just something that people did then.
Yeah.
At least in the nerd rock community.
It just like in our generation, it just happened that end of high school, going into college, everyone had long hair. It was just a thing that everybody had. It became the norm. It was a bit strange now that I think about it.
Yeah. When I was growing up though, because my dad came out of the army, I always had the same haircut.
Not the shaved head.
2 on the sides, 4 on the top. And that was it.
I just had a buzz cut.
Well, I can't remember when we started going to the hairdresser again. I can't remember why. Most of the time it was my mum that would do it.
Yeah, for me it was basically my mum's really would just cut my hair and just use a set of trimmers and just put a number 0 or whatever on it. Just fucking get rid of it all.
Yeah.
And I just had very, very, very short hair, and then it would grow out, and then once it got quite long, she'd just do it again.
Yeah, I did. I had that for a while, but I think what happened was, I think not in a bad way, but I think it was like let's get Sam out of the house and take him to get his hair cut because I never went out. So I think that's when we started doing that, and I go out with Dad, and we both have our hair cut.
No,
my dad historically cuts his own hair for some reason.
Yeah, for me it was that kept on happening until I just started refusing to get my hair cut when I was at the very end of high school. Actually, it might have just been going into college. I was just like, no, I'm going to grow my hair out now. And it was just like, they would keep on asking, you going to get your hair cut? I'm like, nope. And then eventually, my mum was like, okay, if you're not going to shave it off, then you need to go to the hairdressers and get it cut. I'll book you an appointment to get your hair cut.
Okay.
And then that's when she booked me an appointment to go to her hairdressers where she would go.
I'm here for the haircut conversations. Please wonder, what haircut do you have? What haircut did you have as a child?
Yeah,
Please tell us.
This is for when I had long hair. And then
Alex had below shoulder length hair, golden locks.
Golden locks, and then eventually, I kept going there for ages. Well, for a couple of years. And then I realised I look like an absolute pillock. So
I've never buzzed my head. I feel deprived. Well, you should give it a go. It
I
would
wouldn't
not
feel
suit
that
you.
I don't like
But
it.
I think nowadays you couldn't pull it off because it was your hair colour is very similar to a deceased radio presenter who had long hair.
Fucking hell.
And I think the style could be compared to that.
You're saying that I look like Jimmy Savile.
No, you didn't look like him, but you had the same hair colour and he had that haircut. So
You don't look like him, you just act like him.
No, it's like, okay, I'm going to get a toothbrush moustache. You don't do that now, do you? For obvious reasons. No, I had long hair, but I have this thing when I'm like nervous or whatever, I would pull my hair out. So I to this day I don't grow it too long, so I like sit there just if I'm thinking I'll just pull my hair out, which I'm sure isn't normal.
Probably.
But yeah, so I don't grow it too long anymore. The only reason I trimmed my beard once since the pandemic. Oh my god, Wanderer! Can we see your beard?
Like a lumberjack with your Gandalf.
Lumberjack Gandalf. I can't imagine that.
I think during the pandemic, my hair got quite long, but Stacey got pretty good at just cutting it for me in the style that I want. And my beard, I didn't have to go out anywhere, so I did generally leave it to go quite long.
One sec. Oh, you're it.
But not super long, because after a certain point, it actually gets on my nerves. Because I also get this fucking random conversation that we're having. When mine gets... I get really bad dandruff, and I also get beard dandruff. So, you know, I brush my beard, and just like a load of dandruff just comes out of my beard when it gets too long.
There we go, everything's fine now.
What's wrong? Brits should cut their hair like Boris Johnson in solidarity with him resigning.
Well, that's not possible.
That's not possible.
We don't have all very thin, wispy, white hair.
And also, nobody wants to show solidarity with Boris Johnson.
Unless it was those of us quitting our jobs, I guess, and then you would.
Nobody really likes him at the moment because he's a pathological liar.
Okay, name one lie he told.
When he said he didn't know anything about any parties going on in number 10.
Alright, one example. What about his illegitimate children? You're going to bring them up next.
Yes.
I can't believe this. What, you think he lied about those?
Yeah,
he refused to acknowledge them?
And then when he said that he didn't know anything about the fact that he's got a molester on his party,
What?
even though he definitely
Penis
did.
Pincher? Don't say bad things about Penis Pincher, come on.
So yeah,
Well,
he did know stuff.
We can agree to disagree.
I don't think we can.
Shit. Well, he's gone. Doesn't matter now. I'll be putting my hat in the ring.
Will you?
But for leader of the Tory party, yes.
His hair is like yarny straw.
Yarn is a bit thicker.
Yeah, Boris Johnson's an evil genius because he's literally written books about how if he acts like if you can act like a buffoon, you can get away with saying and doing whatever you want, and then that's exactly what he did.
Yeah, so you can't fault the man, really. He did exactly what he said he was going to do.
But everyone believed him. Nobody looked at his past and went, "Oh, he wrote this book about being this way," and
yeah,
and now that's how he acts.
I don't want to be one of those people, but I think you'll remember before that he was even elected, and I said he's dangerous.
Oh yeah.
Because he acts so stupid, but he actually has a horrendous agenda.
Yep.
And he did, and that's exactly what's happened. But there we go.
He's been to a facade of buffoonery. Correct. I never liked him, and then like it was just the fact that he was just constantly lying all the time.
He couldn't help himself. It was like he was just addicted to it, you know.
Yeah. Oh no, he won't do that. And then the next week he does it, you know. Oh no, that definitely didn't happen. And then you find out a week later that it did happen.
How many children do you have, Boris? I can't comment on that. Well, that's not something you should have to say, is it?
How many wives have you had? Oh, 4 or something? 3?
Yeah, he's not sure. He doesn't know. Oh dear.
He had so many ex-wives and so many illegitimate children.
Well, there's nothing wrong with having an ex-wife, but if you can't remember how many you've had,
my main problem is that the Prime Minister of a country, or the President, or whoever's leading the country, should be the epitome, the best of that country. And if the best of that country is a lying, like, sociopath with multiple spouses, loads of illegitimate children, because he just lies to his partners and has sex with other women, you know, that's not the best that the country has to offer. It's quite sad that somehow he became the leader and people followed him within his own party. It pisses me off that they allowed it to happen.
He delivered Brexit.
That was being delivered anyway, regardless.
Will you let me finish? He delivered the COVID-19 vaccine.
That was the NHS, not him.
Well, he was the chef. The NHS, they were just the ingredients in the soup.
He's the one who cooked up the vaccine. Pisses me off.
Well, he didn't have any proper solutions like Trump and injecting disinfectant into your lungs.
Oh, we gotta look into that. You gotta look into that. Get the bleach and put it into your veins. See if that works. It's a good idea. I don't know how you guys haven't thought of it before.
I never expected. I watched it live. I never expected to see anything like that in my lifetime. He's like, yeah, I've. He said he fucking. Not only that, he said he suggested to the scientists about injecting disinfectant into the lungs, and he said they're looking into it.
Well, he said about he was basically talking about solutions, and then it was there on the spot. He said, "What about bleach? Because that kills bacteria. Is that a good idea? We should look into that." And it was
We
like,
should look into that, yeah.
and then everyone was just like, "No, that kills people. We shouldn't look into that."
Yeah.
And then afterwards, he was like, "It was a joke, guys." It's like, no, it wasn't. You thought you'd come up with
Yeah.
some genius plan. You
That's
absolute muppet.
We were saying earlier, Wanderer, that we've never experienced any sort of political situation like we've seen recently.
Ow, ow, ow,
It's been absurdly profound globally. I think. I mean, the fucking ex-prime minister of Japan's just been shot,
Yes.
dead,
And
which
everybody over there is like, people like, he was like semi-decisive, but over in Japan, it's like they don't go around shooting people.
It just doesn't happen.
It just doesn't happen.
About that.
So it's
You know,
like
in the US, you hear about someone getting shot every week, and then in the UK, someone's getting stabbed.
like, in the UK, stabbings are still fairly like, it's not like they happen every day or every
more common
week.
than assassinations of political members in Japan.
Yeah, especially
would say.
that just doesn't happen, and it just like all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, there's been an assassination in Japan where someone with a homemade gun has just shot the ex-prime minister.
Yeah,
It's like,
it's getting
what?
loony. It is getting loony. The creator of Yu-Gi-Oh was also assassinated, I believe.
You keep bringing that up.
I'm
You're
fairly
so
upset,
desperate.
to
You're so desperate for it to become hot news.
be honest. No, it's only because it was reported as a possible crime. But I am upset about it. Obviously, like growing up with Yu-Gi-Oh, that's kind of weird that he's dead. But I guess time moves on. He's dead.
Yeah.
Not much you can do about that.
An
yeah.
get 'em age. How much power do the leaders of Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland have compared to the Prime Minister of England? There's devolved governments in, I think, each of them. I think. And they have some. Basically, they have some power to regulate,
What is this?
put in their own laws and stuff like that. But I'm not actually sure on the specifics, to be honest. I know they have some. They have some power. They have their own parliaments and stuff like that. But
Yes, they have devolved governments, but the Prime Minister has the like final say, and maybe
Yeah.
that's wrong. I don't know.
but it's like I forget exactly how it works. They have some form of devolved parliament where they get to make some of their own laws. So, for instance, it's stuff like in Scotland, if you're Scottish and you go to university, I think anywhere in the UK, basically they'll pay for your tuition fees. But that doesn't happen in the UK. That doesn't happen in England, or I don't think it happens in Wales either. And they have other random laws like that as well.
Well, yeah. The only thing they can't decide to do is leave.
Well, the people in power in those governments, well, at least in Scotland, really want to leave, but the actual people of Scotland really don't.
Yeah, it's the same with Ireland. And I'm not just saying that.
I actually think Northern Ireland are almost unanimous in the fact that they want to stay part of the United Kingdom.
Well, funny story with Northern Ireland, because nobody... So, it's either people say, well, you've got to unite Ireland. We're getting too political on this. It's a very
fine.
dangerous subject, actually. Or you're part of the UK. And nobody said to them, hey, do you want to be Northern Ireland? Because that's not on the table.
Yeah.
So I think I empathise for them there, and with Scotland they're in a kind of a weird situation. And
I don't know.
I think largely, I like the UK, and I do, but I understand the frustration because I think we've said this to Wanderer possibly before, but we live in the Midlands, and very little of what happens in London and is decided down there helps us.
Yeah.
There's a huge electronic vehicle initiative here, you know, for EVs. That's not going to work up here. We haven't got the infrastructure. There's just stuff that is... public transport here is a business.
Well, Boris banged on about how they're gonna like open up loads of railway lines and stuff in the north of England and the Midland and going up to the north to like revolutionise the transportation system. And they're going to put loads of money into it, and then it's like half of it was cut in the end. So, and they were all the like rail lines that they were planning on building up north in like Yorkshire and stuff, where they really wanted it. They were just like, oh, you don't need it.
Well, no. I mean, there's little things that, for example, there's a town near us where I grew up, and it's a small town. Most of the work is in the town I live now. They're very close together. And there was a railway line, and they just got rid of it. They talked about bringing it back, make it easier for people, and they just never did.
Yeah,
so
we've walked along the old railway line because it's like completely grown over.
Yeah. So you have to have a car, but cars are bad for the environment, so you have to have an electric car, but you can't really have one here.
Yep.
So,
There's not many charging points.
It's not really a fantastic situation. I know in the US you have lots of space generally, so it's easy to have a charging point. And,
yeah, there's a lot of houses in the UK that are called terraced houses that don't have driveways. It's just like a row of houses. I live in one, and there's no driveway, so there's no way you can put an electric charging point in the house.
Through lucky circumstance, I'm getting one that won't belong to me through a lease.
Does it not belong to you at all, the charging point? Were they removed?
Oh, no, sorry, the charging point belongs to me.
Oh, okay.
The car does not belong to me.
That's fast. Confused me
The
there.
charging point will stay, which is good. The car, I wouldn't keep it anyway because it's electric and the batteries will be no good. But yeah, it's just not, like, they're not helping the working class. Oh, here we go again, I'm getting too
They aren't bloody helping us, working class folk, trying to get by.
No, they're not. That's the problem.
No, they're not. They don't give a shit. No,
The solution
not
here-
current. The problem was like when Tony Blair's Labour government got in, they had like loads of policies that was all very socialist in helping schools and stuff like that.
Yeah, they went too far.
Yeah, they did loads of them, and there was like it was great. Everyone was really happy, and then we realised how much debt the country was in, and there was a massive recession around the world. So that just crippled everything. And then the Conservatives are like, well, let's get rid of all those rules so that we can save that money back up. There's no balance.
I think Jacob Rees-Mogg actually sucked Tony Blair's blood, and then he assumed his new form. I don't even know what he does, but he's certainly a vampire.
He's like the leader of Parliament or something. I can't remember what the actual term is.
He's fucking head of the vampire house. Theresa May probably also a vampire. Just gonna say.
I've actually been enjoying her ripping into Boris openly in Parliament. It's pretty great.
I used to enjoy her dance moves. Let's be honest.
Yeah, she danced again when Boris was getting sacked. She was at like some sort of gig and she was just there dancing really awkwardly.
Was she?
Yeah, it was funny.
Bring her back. Go on, just on that alone. Bring her back.
It's so fucking awkward. Why would you do it?
I don't know. When she was in power, I found her strangely attractive for a while.
Oh, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I know. I felt unwell. I don't anymore. But I thought, she's a strong woman.
Take me, mummy.
Probably make me like porridge without any sugar. I don't want to do that.
Oh,
but yeah, we won't get too political.
Too late.
Too late.
We just had a half-an-hour conversation about politics. I think
This
it's
is literally just our opinion, and I fully respect any comments from anybody from the neighbouring countries who have a different idea.
Like,
because I totally empathise.
There's a lot to say for like some conservative policies, because it's just like common sense laws is the idea about because a lot of what they do is obviously try and get businesses and stuff like that in the UK, which makes sense because that would make the UK more prosperous. But they also do stuff like deregulate certain laws on.
Let's also talk about that for a second. So, yes, they want business in the UK. A lot of skilled workers, which we are short of, come from the European Union.
Yeah.
We passed, and fair enough, the will of the people, we left the European Union. However, we have a problem in that we don't have any fucking people to work in skilled positions.
Well,
that's fine.
A lot of them were unskilled positions as well, or if you remember it might have been about a year ago, there was a massive problem because we had no truck drivers. Because all of them left.
Yeah, that's right. That was because of Brexit as well.
Yep. They all had to leave, and a lot of them came from, Europe.
Now, that's fine in the long run, because we get skilled workers from all over the world.
Well, I think they put... I can't remember what got passed exactly, but I know there was discussions in Parliament about basically initiatives to help people in the UK get the necessary licenses and such to become truck drivers. And also, they were so desperate for truck drivers, the wages for driving trucks went up massively, which obviously helps, truck drivers, because obviously they had pretty shitty wages for a long time.
It's such a terrible cycle, and the mandate of pushing, I think they had a goal of 50% of people through university. And then they're like, oh, we got no truck drivers. Well, maybe you made them go and do the course they didn't want to do, and now they work in insurance or something. Yeah.
Well, there's also you've now made having a university degree a good, a thing that everyone should have. So now any job requires almost any job requires some sort of degree, even though 10 years ago that wouldn't have been necessary. And so now everyone needs to spend all this money going to university for something that...
It is funny how these things work out.
And there's also the thing where it's like, oh, you know what, we're going to... every single time a new government comes into power, it's like, we're going to raise the minimum wage, because that'll...
Which makes things worse.
Yep, that'll appeal to the people who are poor. And then if you actually have a think about it, you're like, oh, wait, if they increase the minimum wage, what that'll do is
drive prices
up because everyone has to pay people more, so all the prices go up. So the pound ends up being worth less. So then it comes back around and it's like, well, everyone's struggling, so now we'll increase the minimum wage again. And it's just endless cycle.
I honestly don't know what's going on. I'm talking about university targets here in the UK. So I won't say specifically what I do, but it has something to do with programming. But someone said to me recently, you should really check out how much they pay in the US for the qualifications and experience that I have.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, whatever, it's not really that much. It was like 100... this is in pounds. £100,000.
That's
so
not
I was
that
like,
much.
Oh no, what have we done?
The problem, though...
That's not that much, but over there it's like $150,000.
The problem with that is... you've got to remember that they don't. You've got to do your own taxes, and they won't tax you as much as well. But you don't get anything, so you'd have to pay for your own healthcare. You'd have to get your own health insurance, which is why the wage is so high.
Okay, well, I'm glad you brought up health insurance because I know someone who, since Brexit, obviously they're getting people from outside the EU to work here, which is good.
Yeah.
They have a job. They pay national insurance every month. Recently, they got a bill for £1,200 for their healthcare for being in the UK.
What?
And working here. So, and then I was like, I asked a couple of people because I know a couple of people that have immigrated.
Yeah.
They were like, oh yeah, it's just normal. So you come here, you get a job, you pay your contribution, and you pay £1,200. For the privilege of being here.
So,
and that's just healthcare.
So they have to just pay a flat fee for healthcare?
Correct. They play and it is for 3 years, but they don't get to split the bill.
Oh, so after those 3 years, then their normal contributions will affect it.
So at the beginning of the 3 years, they have to pay £1,200. So as soon as they started working, they pay £1,200, and also they pay their NI.
Yeah.
And then after those 3 years, I believe you pay a smaller amount.
Oh my god, why are they putting this in?
And then it's like, oh my god, do you have any, what's that thing that's spelled?
No, they just woke me up. I've just got woke up a bit, so I should be okay now. But...
and then eventually you can apply for a permanent residency visa.
Oh, okay.
But I still think then you have to pay NI. But it's just goes to show how difficult, even though we're in a situation where there's no skilled workers, how difficult it is when people go on about immigration and how easy it is. Clearly it's not, because as soon as you get here, you've got to pay £1,200
yeah,
for
I can
healthcare.
only assume that's something they've introduced to make it difficult for people to just come over, because that was a problem. People would just come to the UK and use the healthcare, and then they would leave because it was free, which was a problem.
That's but from a human perspective, that's not a problem, is it?
Well, the problem is the country where they're from, why can't they supply that for their own people? Why do they spend the money to come over here, use our healthcare, and then leave?
Do you want to change the name of the stream to how many people can we offend in one city?
It's not offending people. It's kind of common sense. Like, that country over there needs to sort out their shit.
When I look at what I'm paid,
wherever that is,
a large amount that goes towards national healthcare, and I don't mind that because there are people who cannot get healthcare, and it's nice.
We've had this conversation at work when you weren't there, obviously, and there's like some people saying, why have I got to pay for national insurance and for tax? I'm like, well, that's because it pays for like the buses for old people and the healthcare system and all that. It's like, well, why should I be paying that for them? It's like, because that's being nice.
You'll be there one day.
Yeah, I said, well, because that'll be nice, and then when you're that age, you'll get that. And she was like, oh, well, I didn't mean I'm not being nice. I was like, that's exactly what you're saying. You're being incredibly selfish.
There is a story I have to tell you, but I can't tell it here.
Why not? Tell me.
Okay, I'll tell you. So, someone that I once worked with said to me that we were talking about a voluntary ambulance service. And they said, I don't get it. So they don't get paid? And I was like, no, they don't get paid. So what do they get? I said, well, they don't get anything. It's just like it's a goodwill gesture. And he's like, no, I don't understand. So they don't get anything in return. I was like, well, no, you know, it's your goodwill. It's kindness to all humanity and all that. And he's like, no, I just don't understand. And I was like, oh, okay.
I'm going to have to ask outside of the stream who this person is.
Yeah, but I'm not going to name names or anything. They're volunteering. I'm bouncing. Have fun, party. I don't blame you.
Thanks for dropping by, Wanderer.
Thanks for coming, Wanderer. Too controversial. They're volunteering, correct, but they did not understand the concept.
They didn't understand the concept of giving up your own free time for no reward, just to be helpful. Just
to help people. Mm-hmm. Yes. Wow. And I was like, I don't think I can explain this to you, unfortunately.
Well, if you had a decent bone in your body, you would understand.
But I don't volunteer, so I've always wanted to.
My time is precious to me.
I'd like to go to a soup kitchen at Christmas or something, but I'm really not sure where I would go for that here.
I'd rather not get in their way.
Yeah, I'm also very anxious and incredibly clumsy, so I'd probably end up scolding a homeless person with a bowl of soup.
Then he just goes back out onto the street with a massive burn.
Same with people who volunteer at charity shop and other things, they won't go back. Now, I will say this. Sometimes when you go to a charity shop and it takes them about half an hour to ring something up, it is frustrating, but I understand. Because
usually it's some, 70-year-old person who's retired who's just like, I'm going to use my free time to be nice and do some work in this place, and it's like, okay, they're being nice. No, this...
Or I've encountered it where they're learning disabled, so I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna let you take your time and stand here because obviously it takes time, and I empathise because I'm clumsy as fuck.
So you are the ones who defeated the Fiend of Earth and roused Malilith from her slumber. Hey, in fact, this elemental archfiend, Sam, you should recognise.
Let me have a look here. I'm on a delay.
The power of the burning flame is mine and mine alone. Those who oppose me shall burn in hellfire.
I don't recognise that at all.
It's Marilith, which is the demon that we fought, that Stacy put against us in the last game.
Oh, yes! Well, now I'm on a delay, and now we have the high-res sprite.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, obviously, Final Fantasy was inspired a lot by Dungeons and Dragons.
Absolutely.
Which is why we have spell slots.
My one regret about Wanderer leaving is we'll never get to see his beard.
I don't think we would have seen it anyway.
But it's very private.
Oh god, again. My attacks don't do a lot. No, that didn't do a lot either.
I most likely used it wrong. So.
I assume you mean...
It was good.
It was great. I don't remember specifically what it does, but the 7 attacks is right.
And also, Stacey, there's no such thing when you're DMing. There's no such thing. I often will take something from the book and I'll just do my own thing.
That's a good point. You guys don't realize how often I fuck up when I'm DMing. And I'm like, oh, I didn't use that ability. Oh well, I just won't. I just say I won't use that ability now.
Or sometimes I'll do maybe an extra attack I shouldn't have, and I just won't mention it.
Yeah.
It's just how you do it, and you can totally base things off the book and then just do your own thing.
Oh.
You did. Let me put it this way: it felt like you were doing enough attacks.
Yep.
So
it felt fine. I'm pretty sure we were getting our ass kicked, and so it felt like a good challenge.
She was harder than I think we had a final boss. I think we steamrolled it.
Strahd.
Oh no, the champion werewolf. But I felt good steamrolling that fucking guy because we'd been building up to it.
Yeah.
And one of our party members was like pissing in skulls and saying he was going to piss in his skull. And, so to get to that point and then like mess him up felt good. We were also quite overpowered, I guess.
I don't think so.
Are we like level 6?
I think we're level. Oh no, we might. Yeah, we're level 6 now. We leveled up in the middle of that game, didn't we?
Can I just say that Null Blaze while you're wearing shades look cool as fuck. Like, fuck you, man. You ain't burning shit.
Oh yeah, I do blindness.
Oh, blindness, of course.
Of course.
Of course! I'm so sorry.
So you should be.
These drinks are very gaseous. Oh, the lemony, citrusy goodness.
Lemony Snicket.
My name's Lemony Snicket, and I write books about weird people.
That sounds about right.
Who was it who we
just yeet out of the game?
Oh! Are you referring to the werewolf that I plunged
Oh
into
yeah,
the
you got a werewolf dropped him from the stadium seats, I guess, and he fell into the game.
Because I have a weird ranger class that can move people if I hit them with insects. It's I don't really. I like it. It works for my character, but otherwise I don't really get how you would play that. Swarm Keeper. Feels more like a druid thing, to be honest.
It's weird.
I get to use a free hand made of insects whenever I want, so
This isn't going as well as the Lich fight.
I feel like you.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, you got me killed.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. He died. I kept getting hit often, so I ended up using Null Blaze. So she stopped using her fire attacks then. But I just wasn't doing much damage to her. I'm guessing she's resistant to a lot of things.
Oh, Alex ran a game and he was sent to another dimension.
Yes, you used fucking banish or whatever. Banish them.
I kept using plane shift.
So I think someone was using banish, but then eventually you got plane shift and you upgraded to plane shift.
Because of the way the game works, and we've been to so many planes, I just had all these tuning forks.
Well, it was literally just fucking. It was just like the big one was
mostly.
Avernus, so you were just sending people to Avernus, and then they were stuck there.
And Alex had these awesome encounters planned. One of them was like a Dracolich.
It was Strahd, his right hand man, his like Chamberlain.
He went to Avernus,
and then
I'll tell you that one.
yeah, when they started the encounter, basically a skeleton dragon that was hanging over the dining table came to life, and you.
Yes, I remember that.
You plane shifted the dragon, then you plane shifted the other guy.
No, it was the right-hand man first, because I said to them, I managed to roll high enough to convince him to come next to me, so I could show him on the map.
Oh yeah, that was it.
Where the crystal was. And I put my arm around his shoulder, and I played him. And then he was just gone. Like, full-on ruined it.
And I was just like, well, no, that's D&D, that's part of the fun, I guess.
We were just curb-stomping Strahd.
I'm gonna look up plane shift now.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of fun. It really is. And before that, you had this whole trial where you had to unlock a weapon with I think it was like a water elemental.
So on a hit, right. I don't know if we did this last time. So
we did.
You have to make a spell attack.
Yes.
And then, if it hits, the creature then must make a charisma saving throw.
And absolutely, Alex, we did do that.
Yeah.
But I was a very high-level druid at that point.
Well, I think the problem was you were doing it on things that, like the dragon, the skeleton
Not
dragon,
charismatic. Yeah.
didn't have high charisma, and the guy who did it on the Chamberlain, I forgot his name, but he didn't have particularly high charisma. And also, neither of them had any legendary saves. But Strahd had legendary saves. So, you tried it on him and it didn't work. Because he would just
That's true.
save.
No, that was a funny game, because I sent, I'm pretty sure, like a water elemental there. I summoned a giant ape, but it went AWOL.
Yes.
So I sent that to Avernus. So Avernus was just full of these...
Random
crazy-
monsters.
Random monsters. That was a lot of fun, I have to say. I did enjoy that.
Oh, we need to do that again.
It became a staple of the games we would play, because I'd be like, yeah, I'm just gonna plane shift.
You were doing that, and then Lee was doing his crazy wizard shit where he was like...
Oh, Blade Singer.
Yeah, but like, he was a Blade Singer wizard, so he had access to all the shit that you had access to as a wizard, but also had melee combat and stuff. So, and then he was going to the astral plane where time moves slower, setting up a base of operations there and doing loads of experiments over hundreds of years.
It's good that we can laugh about it, and his solution to stop himself from going mad was to make a simulacrum
Of himself. So he was talking... He was
talking to himself. I think it was for about 400 years, I want to say.
It was an insane amount of time, and I made him roll several saves against going insane. But he rolled really well all the time,
Yeah.
so I was like, okay, I'm gonna say it affects you, and you're gonna be a little bit weird when you come back, but
not that weird.
but you're not literally crazy, so...
I'm almost certain it was about 400 years.
Yes, I'm pretty sure it was.
Somehow he clung to his sanity by talking to himself. Not in the conventional sense, but it very much in a similar sense. In that he would only know what he knew.
Yeah, they knew each other and they knew what each other knew. So he was just talking to himself. I don't know.
Well, it was funny. I'm trying to think now what the rest of the party played.
Nikki was a fighter, I think. No, wait.
A dwarf. She was a dwarf.
Justin was a dwarf fighter. I think Nikki might have also been a fighter. I can't quite remember.
They were both fighters.
I think so.
I'm almost certain they were both dwarves. I could be wrong.
No, I don't think Nikki was. I think Nikki was human.
Thomas.
Do I have
So
those?
what was Stacy at that point?
Stacy's character, my game.
She
She was a divine soul sorcerer from Baldur's Gate.
I was going to say she was healer, right? She was healer.
She was the divine soul sorcerer who was descended from Zariel.
Yes. Well. Could have been me if I'd have touched it first. We were so close.
No. She was always descended from Avernus. From Zariel. That was my plan when she gave me a character idea and stuff like that. And she said she was going to be Divine Soul. As soon as I heard she was Divine Soul, and I was like, well, we're doing Descent into Avernus, and the bad guy's a fallen angel. That seems very logical to me.
Yeah, that was fun. And I enjoyed playing Zek, Spine Split.
He was the lizard who turned into an elephant when he died, and then he turned back into a lizard.
Zek was the he became a cleric, but he was a fighter. That was a different game. The druid that I played in that game, he was a Car Barek, I think his name was.
A car. I remember his name being a car.
Yeah.
He started off as a druid of the weird death mushroom thing.
Which kind of backfired.
Well, I liked it because I was like, that's kind of interesting. So what I can have happen, and I did make it happen, is that you could... well, actually, no, to be fair, I wasn't planning on doing it that early, where Zugma Toy started talking to you.
I died, pretty much.
You died, and I was like, well, I'll bring it in now then, I guess. And I had her speak to you and basically offer you to bring you back to life
And
Yeah.
it was worth it.
It was totally worth it.
Well, it was in the end.
Right.
My bones hurt.
Your bones hurt.
Just sometimes when I sneeze, it just hurts my bones. I can't really describe it.
I've just checked how far we are through this game, and on the guide we've just started 11. Which I guess is like a chapter 11 or something like that, and we've got 17.
So we're almost done.
Yeah. What time are we on? We're on 9. We've been streaming for 2.5 hours. Do you want to go for like another half an hour?
Sure.
Okay, so the next is the Ice Cavern from Ice. No, Alex ran a game and he was sent to another. Oh, no, yeah, we've already read that one. Okay, so go back to the Crescent, heal, return to your boat, follow the coast north, and eventually reach a port. Okay, so we're going to head out again. Go to the boat, and then head north. Heal Gigas. So.
I see a ship in the harbour.
Oh, I'm going to get the Levy Stone. So...
I'd give you a Levy Stone if you asked me.
No, you wouldn't.
I would. Oh yeah, I literally cannot hear any of the music, so I don't know
Oh,
if you're
yeah.
enjoying.
You're not gonna... Oh yeah, I guess if you had the stream on, you just hear my voice twice.
Yes. As much as I would enjoy that, I think it would become confusing. And hearing myself, as possibly, I don't even know if people can hear me, to be honest. We haven't even tested it.
It's coming up on my
Oh.
OBS is fine, so...
I was hoping like you would just be fucking talking to yourself 3 hours or whatever.
I assume it's being picked up okay, because the music seems relatively low, and then when you speak it goes up towards the yellow, so... I assume it's fine.
And assuming is the safest method of doing anything.
Exactly. Never check. Always assume.
Never check, always assume.
Right, so where's this ice cavern? Follow the coast and eventually reach a port. Now take the shallow waters to get to another dungeon. What shallow waters?
Dig the shallow waters.
Oh, is that to the... That might be over here. Yes. Crocodile, some hydras, a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. It's so warm. I just want to take my socks off. I might do that.
You've done really well streaming by yourself, Alex. I'm not streaming by myself. Sam's here.
She's making a joke.
I'm guessing she's making it funny.
You would be doing really well if you were fucking just sounding deluded for the last... The Wanderer mentioned nothing about it.
Yeah, I'm just talking to myself.
Yeah. I'm taking my socks off, it's happened.
You freak. Get them bad
Really
boys
don't-
out on the stream, get the camera
Yeah, I would, but we can't afford to have that many subs at once.
up. Sure. Oh, come on.
I have to say, those fish look absolutely petrified of the situation.
God. The crocodile fucking hurts.
It's a white crocodile. I assume, you know, that's not okay. I don't know.
He's got albinoism.
It's like a white vision.
Yeah, white
Did they
vision.
rename him?
I don't think they did.
Okay.
I think he was just white
So-
vision.
So does that mean we have to call regular vision red vision?
No, I think he's just vision.
Oh. Well, that's gonna get real weird. I was kind of upset once they killed him because he was kind of cool.
Red vision.
Yes, red vision, yeah.
Well, I mean, he's just regular vision still out there, so... Well, white vision, whatever.
Yeah, sorry, yeah. Yeah, he is, but it won't be this. Oh god, it's like the whole data argument again, isn't it? I'm not doing that. It's not the same vision.
It is and it isn't.
Yeah. Alright, let's go with it.
FF1 world map, because this fucking ice cave is confusing. ice cavern is there. Okay. So let me get it up on this map now. So the ice cavern is... Right, so I've got to go back out, and then down, and then go left. Right. How tedious.
I was gonna like come up with something and say that you're full of shit, but I can't.
Nice. Well done.
Yeah, I guess so. Hey, we made our own pizzas today. I made pizzas.
Well done.
We did the dough. I did the spinny thing with the dough. You know,
Did you force feed Luna?
pizza.
Yeah.
No, she just had dog food. I assume she had dog food. I didn't feed her tonight. I hope she's had dog food anyway.
I assume Nikki's fed her.
I assume. And as we said, that's the safest thing to do.
Exactly. You don't want to do anything else but assume.
So if she hasn't been fed, just go assume that she is.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not cruel to animals. Go ensure the dog has been fed. I have to get a drink in a minute anyway, so I'll go check.
The Neo Ochu.
I'm sorry.
The Neo Ochu.
I mean, it's a Neo Chew, but okay.
No, it's Neo Ochu.
Okay, right, I'll go get one. See you in a sec.
See you in a second.
Ward.
The arm keg. I've fought many of these, so this should be easy. Right. So, I'm assuming this is the ice cavern. I will save. I don't imagine this one is that deep of a dungeon. No, it's free deep. Someone beeping the horn outside. Bear with me, I'm just getting some maps open. I don't know if I saved, so I'll save again. Right. Okay, so this looks... Yep, this looks like... Oh, I see, we go down one set of stairs and then that'll take us in, and then we got it... It's one of these maps where you keep going back to like... So I'll go from the first floor to the second floor, and then I'll have to go from the second floor to the first floor, and then from the first floor to the second floor again, at a different point. Oh, a rave. Fuck you. Run away, you puss. Dear. Dear. So through there, I think. That's piss code one. I'm assuming it's supposed to be like Pisco Demon. Piss code one sounds funny. Ba-la-la-la. Bam, bam, bam. Run away? Will you run away? Oh no, I'm tired. Right, so floor 2. Oh, is that all that's on floor 2? The fuck? Oh, it's just L2A. Let's use this one. No, it's that one. Diag. Yes. And then... I should have probably bought more healing items.
Ozzy,
The Dark Wizard.
What's a load of old bollocks?
Oh!
What's a load of old bollocks?
Oh, fucking... I walk in to Grey's Anatomy, I'm pouring a drink, and all I hear is, "We got no option but to amputate both hands." And I was like, why if they could amputate both of his hands? And she said, "Oh, he's got cancer." So I said, "Oh, in both separate hands?" She was like, "Yeah." And I said, "Oh, what a load of old bollocks." Why do fucking cancer in each of his individual hands?
I don't see why not.
That's just ridiculous. But the doctor that was treating him is Marcus from Detroit. Oh, I can't remember the normal name because I always say Detroiters consume hummus.
What?
Detroit Become Human.
No, I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
That's the game. That's the game.
Talking out your fucking ass.
But yeah, it's just one of them. Like, every time I go in there, something profound is happening.
That's like, sounds like House.
Oh yeah, yeah, he's got an itchy left foot, and you know what that means. I check the charts, yeah. Most people would think it's lupus, but it's not.
It's never lupus.
He's got a skin AIDS, yeah.
That's the... Oh no, I wasn't paying attention. No!
You fell down a hole, man.
Yes. I am a fool.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of House. You loved House, though, didn't you?
I do, I like it. Well, just because I like it doesn't mean I can't appreciate the absurdity of the whole thing.
That's true. Like Metal Gear Solid, I guess.
Yes.
Very absurd.
I like House because I like Hugh Laurie's acting. The storylines in it can be quite good.
Do you like a bit of Fry and Laurie, the old comedy show?
I think I've seen clips and it's okay.
Yeah.
You know, it's got funny bits. I just mean in general I like Hugh Laurie as an actor.
I know, I just wanted to call you out on it.
Yeah, well,
I think it
didn't
worked.
go very well, did it?
He did play Stuart Little's dad, lest we forget.
Yeah, I prefer to forget.
Do you? I remember the mum in that being hot, so I'm going to have to check now. Let's have a look.
Ow,
Alex and Sam, political debate and talking about if Stuart Little's mum is hot.
I'm not talking about that. You're the one who's talking about that. That's all you.
You might be proven wrong. You might say, oh, Christ, she's a good looker. And that's what we say here in the 2020s.
She's a good looker. Oh,
That
that gets my gander going.
I'd take her to the picture show. Okay.
I'd show her a good time and return her home unspoiled.
That's... yeah. Essentially. And yeah, people used to talk like that, but it didn't happen. So they're like, oh, I'll have to take you out to the movie and then we'll take you home on time. Haha, but that didn't happen, did it? People got pregnant, they shagged. It's just always been human nature. And now all I can think of is the Metal Gear Rising song.
Rules of nature!
I love that game. The soundtrack is incredible.
Yeah. I still listen to it almost on a daily basis.
Well, I don't, but I've replayed it, haven't I? So listening through it, I'm like, oh my god, it's a good soundtrack.
So fucking good. And the gameplay that matches it, and fucking great.
Yeah, it is. It's a ridiculous game. It's fun. Stuart Little. Here we go. Family. She's not that hot. Oh,
You're probably just, 12
young.
and going, oh, me pee-pee feels funny.
My pee-pee feels funny when I look at the little mouse.
Or is it when I look at the lady?
I hope so.
I hope it's not the mouse. Oh no, it's the mouse.
Snowball was voiced by Timon, wasn't he? The cat.
I honestly couldn't tell you.
And as I've often said with Nikki, my worst fucking impression. I'm not great at impressions, but Timon and Pumbaa, I cannot do Timon and Pumbaa.
Well, now I want to hear it.
It's so always like, oh, hey, it's me, Timon.
Oh, hi,
yeah,
Morty.
yeah.
What are you doing here?
And then Pumbaa's like, oh, what the fuck are you doing, Timon? Get out of my face.
Get the fuck out of my face, you stupid meerkat.
For some reason, I just cannot. I cannot do an impression of them.
Oh
boy, Pumbaa!
Oh boy! I sure hope we don't get eaten today.
Basically the premise of their entire characters. I'm laughing so much at my stupidity.
Oh.
Where's the cat? Let's find the cat, and then I can find the voice actor.
Ooh.
Nathan Lane. Yeah, Nathan Lane. I'm pretty sure he plays Timon. Or AKA, oh, gee, Pumbaa!
Oh.
Here we go, 1990s. I love it when you go on like a filmography and it then gives a story that doesn't list all the movies.
Yeah.
So it's just literally a big wall of text and not just telling you what they've been in.
Oh, then he moved on to another project, which we won't name just yet. We'll name when it comes out in a few months.
Yeah.
But while he was doing this project...
We haven't hyperlinked it, so you're going to miss it. He was in Mouse Hunt, of course.
Of course. He's in 101 Dalmatians.
Oh man, I fucking love it. Have you not seen Mouse Hunt?
It doesn't sound familiar, so probably not.
Oh, it's a great movie. We have to watch that at some point.
I don't think we ever will.
Well, we could though.
Yeah, but probably not.
It's actually been a bit of a outrage at Ryan Gosling playing Ken in the Barbie movie.
I don't know, I hear a lot of people really liking the idea of Margot Robbie playing Barbie, so...
Yeah, they said Ryan Gosling's too old, basically.
You know Alex won't watch it. Is that the Mouse Hunt?
Oh, Mouse Hunt. He would if we got, like, if I gave him the premise and I didn't bang the drum too much, then we'll see.
I don't think I will.
I
just don't think it'll happen.
It's Lee Evans. Lee Evans. You love Lee Evans.
No, he's a good comedian, but he's not a good actor.
No, he does comedy in the movie.
Yes, but he's not a good actor.
No, he doesn't act. He's not an actor in it. He's a comedian.
I'm pretty sure you're lying.
I would never lie to you.
Yes, you would.
You won't watch Labyrinth. Listen, on the very rare occasion when we get Alex comatose drunk, he will one day say to us, "I want to watch the Labyrinth."
And then I'll pass out before we start.
Yes, and then he'll pass out, and we'll tape his eyes open. He'll still be unconscious, but we'll pretend it worked.
You'll hope for the best.
Yeah. The Labyrinth is a good movie.
I'll take your word for it.
Never going to happen. It will happen. We'll just wait till one of us is on our deathbed, and then we'll say to Alex, "Listen, my last request is you watch Labyrinth with me."
I'll just go,
no.
Sure, and then I'll leave.
Yeah, for me, but I feel like for Nikki or Stacey, you might actually do it.
I don't know.
My request for you would not be that simple. If I was going to die, it'd be like, Alex, I really want you to, cut off your left foot.
And I'll be like, fuck you, Sam. Die with dignity, you piece of shit.
Die with dignity, you piece of shit. So degrading me when I'm dying. Telling me to die with dignity. You worthless scumbag. Die with some dignity.
God,
at least die how you didn't live.
At least try and be a better person on your deathbed. Christ.
Yeah. You can always persevere. Stacey, have you seen the Swan Princess? There's a movie.
Oh, there's a movie. Yo.
Maisie loved the Swan Princess, and it's got like a singing puffin in it. A frog.
God damn it.
What happened?
I've gone that staircase takes you out. So now I have to go back in and go to where that area was where it dropped me down.
Oh man, Swan Princess, Stacey. You can always persevere whenever obstacles appear.
She says they made it CGI.
Side. Well, I'm only referring to the first cartoon that has horrendous lip syncing. It looks like they're not talking at all. Looks like they're kind of, there's a fan and it's blowing their mouths open. Pretty good movie.
Sounds
it's
great.
It's not a good movie. It's just Maisie used to watch it all the time, and a few of the songs sort of stuck in my head, and some of the weird tropes from, like foreign movies have weird moments.
Yeah.
But it just kind of stuck with us. Like the guy, the king, when he's dying. First one never got a HD version. Travesty. When the king's dying, he's trying to tell. The premise of the movie is the princess, spoiler alert, gets turned into a swan. And the king's like trying to tell him. He's like, "Oh God, come here, she's. Oh, I gotta tell you something." He's like, the princess. Oh God, I gotta tell you. He's like, "What is it? What is it? I'll tell you in a second. I'll tell you in a second." And then he just goes, "She's."
And then dies.
Yeah, and so like me and Maisie, that stuck with us for a long time.
Well, that's something that we did as well. Is like the treasure.
Yeah,
It's
the
in.
treasure. It's in. It's in.
It's in.
It's like they repeat it so many times. They could have explained the whole thing, but no. Just chose to die.
They chose to
that-
die.
They chose to die. Yes, correct.
First one never got a HD version.
It's a travesty. Absolute travesty.
I was just thinking about, like, you know, there's always those movies that you remember watching or something over and over and over again, but like when you actually
Yes,
realise
yeah.
they're terrible. Like mine
Yes.
was a Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, like
Oh my
cartoony
God.
sort of movie.
Was it not the CGI one?
No, it wasn't CGI. It was cartoon,
Okay.
and I had it on VHS,
Yeah.
and I just remember like all the fucking time watching that over
Yep.
and over again, and I think back and I'm like, why? It was terrible.
Rewatch Muppets Treasure Island. Now Tim Curry knows in that, you know. And you're right, Alex. I had to ask my mum. Probably. I don't know if I mentioned it to you. I used to watch an anime actually, but it was I had one VHS of it from somewhere. I don't know from where.
Yeah.
And it was just a mecha anime, and it was one episode, and I would just watch and watch and watch it, and it, you know, to the point where the tape was worn out.
Yeah, I don't know.
And it was called G-Force, and I looked it up recently, and I was like, this is fucking awful.
I don't know where I got that VHS from either. I can only assume because it's Christmas themed. My mum probably got it for Christmas to watch. And then I was just like, oh, Christmas is amazing! And then I
yeah.
just would fucking watch it all the time.
I'm
Bizarre.
gonna go find this movie and put it out for all the people that are watching.
Had Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the stop motion, and the cartoon one.
Yeah, oh yeah, the stop motion. Yeah, that's. I think I was thinking of the CGI one, but here we go. G-Force. Fucking hell. Galactor and his army of soldiers. I might be wrong about this anime.
Sounds pretty good to
It
me.
might be fucking lit. Yeah, let me put this in the chat. Yeah, the stop motion one. Yeah, that's definitely. I think I was thinking of plain text. Oh no, link. I can do links. I'm an admin.
You're allowed to do links.
And I would watch one episode of that on loop. Basil the Mouse Detective, also worn out.
Oh.
Toy Soldiers. Oh.
Oh yeah, that looks like a proper old anime. I just saw
Yeah.
a picture of it in the wiki.
And I have a question for you, Alex. Why did we have that?
I don't know.
Where would I get that? My parents wouldn't want it. I wouldn't be able to buy it because I wouldn't have any money.
I couldn't tell the...
So where the fuck did we have G-Force, the anime, from? It's their fault that I'm a weeb.
Definitely.
Yeah, Toy Soldiers, Stacey. Oh god.
I
Yeah.
love Toy Soldiers.
I think Nikki actually gets disturbed by that movie.
It is a bit disturbing. It is a bit disturbing. What's also weird is I think Kirsten Dunst is in it.
Yeah, as a little girl.
Well, I think in that she's supposed to be like, oh, I don't. She's like 14 or 15 or something like that. And the boy who fancies her, who's the main character, is like 13, and she's like a couple of years older. So I always found that a bit weird.
Well,
Even though
let's
they're
talk
only
about-
like 2 years apart.
let's talk about Padme and Anakin then. You
Yeah.
know, that's a bit wrong.
How
Right?
do I get that?
I recorded Terminator 2 on VHS, and I used to watch that a lot. But that was when I was older, and I wouldn't rewatch it over and over. I'd just occasionally be like, I'm going to watch Terminator 2. What are you looking at now?
I'm just looking up a guide because I can see that there are. I'll show you when I get back out of the battle.
Okay.
But there's
So,
basically.
and there's a scene in Terminator 2 where Sarah Connor does pull-ups and you can see her nipples, and let's just say that part was worn out.
Christ.
Before the internet, Alex, it was a dark time.
Yeah, also
recorded
recorded Basil the Mouse Detective.
Yes. Vincent Price's last voice role, and fantastic movie. Oh, Bartholomew, I'm afraid you've gone and upset me. He feeds him to the fucking cat.
Okay. So.
Me and my mum, we're talking about, I don't know, unpacking or, removing some weight from something. Because they say in that movie, And this will mean nothing to you, Alex, but basically they're trying to lighten the load, and Fidget's like, lighten the load. And Ratigan says, oh, you want to lighten the load. That's what we say to each other. My entire family must have some form of autism. Nobody would just go, oh, you want to lighten the load.
Stepping on a crack
Guessing
in the
Alex
chest
doesn't-
leads to goal. So...
Guessing Alex hasn't seen it wrong, we did make him watch it. I believe he said it was okay.
No! Fucking... This is infuriating.
You fell down the hole.
Yep.
Yeah, he said it was okay. Anyway, think of the XP, Alex. It's worth it.
Not really, I'm running out of MP. I'm stuck in this fucking cave again.
That is an issue considering you are dying. So yes, Alex has seen it. He said it was okay, so we can't pin that one on him.
What have I seen?
Basil the Great Mouse Detective.
I've never seen that.
Yes, you have. You're deleting it from your memory.
No, I haven't seen it. You haven't seen it. You're doing it again, where you're thinking I've watched it with you, but it's actually somebody else.
You're removing yourself from a situation you don't want to remember.
Nope, I've just never watched it.
You've got PTSD. I don't want to break it to you like that. But you have.
I mean, PTSD would be easier to deal with in this fucking conversation. I've never watched Basil the Mouse Detective.
Bold statement for people with PTSD. How many people can we offend with this? I'd rather have PTSD.
Than deal with this fucking conversation.
Speaking of PTSD, my dad used to live next door to a World War II, I believe Japanese... Well, he wasn't Japanese, but he was in a Japanese prisoner of war camp.
Sweet.
And my dad would just hear screaming. He was a really nice guy and everything. Really, really cool for my dad.
Yeah.
But at night, he would just fucking scream. And, oh god. How weird it is that not too long ago, but obviously separated from us generationally.
Yeah.
Animal Farm. Let's not talk about Animal Farm. Christ almighty. That is about communism, I believe. In a roundabout way.
Speaking of offending people.
Yeah.
That's communism, that is.
Oh no, it's actually it's a political analysis of communism, but with farm animals. Every teenager had to watch and read that for English, but yeah, I think because it was like a political, what do they call it? A political critique. But with farm animals. Is that Stephen King? It's not, is it? Animal Farm. It's some sort of famous writer. There we go. I made a great statement there. Some sort of famous writer. George Orwell.
It's one of them famous writers, isn't it?
Yeah, it's one of them, they write their things down and they publish it in a, what's it called? A leaf container.
Yeah, one of them things made out of tree.
You know, those static Kindles.
That's the one.
The farm animals take over and the humans become the farm animals. It's like the farm animals want equal rights, but then the pig wants more rights, and it's just all fucking crazy.
Come on and kill the birds.
Got an email from NASA.
From NASA?
I'm subscribed to that newsletter. They're not
Wait,
recruiting me,
if I
don't worry.
fall on that crack in this room, will that send me to where I need to go?
Maybe. One more.
I just want to leave this cave. Please let me leave. Whee! Yes! Okay. Okay. Heal. Kill. Okay. Yeah. The evil eye! I remember we watched the film and then the teacher put on the labyrinth for the last half an hour of the class because she wanted to watch it. Oh, where's Sam gone? Sam? Has Sam left me? Are we still streaming?
Oh, shabadaboo!
Oh, there it is.
Shabadaboo! Shabadaboo! I remember we watched the film and then the teacher put it on the labyrinth. Oh yeah.
I'm fighting the evil eye, Sam.
Oh, look at him!
He's a bit evil.
I think he's just eating some chili.
Ah!
We never got to watch The Labyrinth, but we did get to watch Much Ado About Nothing. What else did we get to watch? Is he dead? Did you do it?
Yeah, it didn't take very long.
Also watched one of the Buffy the Vampire Slayer. What? Why?
Why not?
Well, I can think of many. Well, it's American for one thing.
Yeah, but fuck you.
I guess you're right. But it doesn't seem to make sense.
I don't know. Understanding drama? I don't know.
I will tell you this. Giles in Buffy the Vampire Slayer was the brother of the lead singer of Murrayhead, the band.
I don't know who that is.
Exactly. You know, one night in Bangkok and the world's your oyster.
Oh, I know of that one song.
There you go. And now you can tie the two together.
Ow! My Christ, stop. Owie,
Well,
owie.
I'm glad you said my Christ and acknowledged him as your saviour, so that's good. We've made some progress.
Oh, it's my personal Christ, not yours.
It's my different. It's my interpretation.
Yep.
I like it. I love it. Oh, I screenshotted a nice lady on Facebook the other day.
Where is this going,
I know
Sam?
you're wondering where this is going, but let me. She left a rather crass comment on somebody's post.
Okay.
Hang on. I liked the film and then went to get it off Amazon and ended up with season 1 of the TV show. There was a Buffy the Vampire Slayer film.
Yeah. Before the TV show was a film, if I recall correctly, and it had different cast and such in it.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
I suspect Stacey can probably correct me. But I'm pretty sure that's the case.
This lady had left a very offensive comment on somebody's post. So I went to check her profile. And this is her bio or her summary that comes up when you first visit the page. I won't say the name, obviously. White, heterosexual, and proud. I opt out of organ donation. I do not believe in your God. She sounds like someone you'd really get on with.
Yeah, she sounds like really supportive of whatever your choices are.
Yeah. White, heterosexual, and proud. I mean, it's not hard to be proud of that, is it? Considering that is what's been sort of not suppressed.
Yeah.
Joss hated the film. It's Joss Whedon. Joss Whedon made Buffy,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
He didn't like the cast, or he didn't think they had the passion. Yeah. Well, isn't he a piece of shit though in some way?
Yes, he is.
Oh man, but I love Age of Ultron.
Yep. I like Avengers as well and Age of Ultron, but basically he treated anybody who spoke out. Oh, can we? Should we do the scene this way? He basically take them aside into his room and just say do you want your job? Basically, but really in horrible manipulative ways. And obviously, a lot of the actors on that show were like, yes, I would love to keep my job. I'm sorry.
I'm glad that's not normal anymore, and that can be called out.
Well, he did this. He did a very similar thing on the set of Justice League. He did it to Gal Gadot, but
Joss Whedon directed Justice League.
Yes, it was supposed to be Zack Snyder, but then he had a death. I think it was his mother died, so he had to leave. So they got Joss Whedon to finish it.
Well, I no longer like him then. Despite what you've just told me anyway, he made Justice League.
Yep.
That's it. That was an awful movie.
But yeah, so he effectively said something to Gal Gadot to the effect of he can ruin her career, and she just went to her manager or something, and
why?
And
why is it so hard?
She basically, let's just say, she sorted it out. I guess she probably made the threat of, if you do anything like that again, I'm leaving in the middle of this. It'll void the contract. And he was like, okay, I'll shut up now. And then he did similar things to, I don't know his name, but the guy who plays Cyborg. But it was also, I think, possibly racial in the way that he was dealing with him. So he kicked up a stink about that as well. So
one of the main actors was bullied by him because she was getting fat. She was pregnant.
Oh yes, yeah, and Buffy, that is. So you're basically saying she was getting fat and she was going to ruin the role and stuff, but you know, she was
fine.
pregnant.
I've ruined Five Finger Death Punch for you. You've ruined movies for me. So
It's all good.
Oh, man, why
Well,
is it so hard
thing
for people
is,
to not be a piece of shit?
The thing is, I can still enjoy the movies and stuff like that. It's just Joss Whedon should never make any more. Because how he treats people.
I disagree. I think it's like listening to Gary Glitter, even though you know what he's done. Deafening silence.
It depends. It depends on the crime itself, I guess.
Oh, God,
you know,
yeah.
if you're a rapist and you've made music, then, you know, or like what was the guy from
Oh no.
that early 2000s?
The Lost Prophets.
Yeah, that guy who like raped or tried to rape children. Or
no,
babies.
he just asked for photos, which is I can't even.
Yeah, but you know, he only
Yeah,
asked for photos.
Clearly, he should never. But you know, I hear that everywhere.
He only asked for photos.
I go into like a shopping centre and they'll be playing it, and I'm thinking, what's happening? Why are you playing this? But obviously, you're not going to know, are you, from listening to the song?
Yeah.
But watching the movies, yeah, I love. My favourite Marvel film, I would have to say, is Age of Ultron, but mostly because of the character of Ultron.
Yeah, the actor is great in that as well.
James
he plays,
Spader, yeah. Who never came back.
Well, why would he? He did the film.
Well, you know, they did the What If series, he didn't come back for that.
Yeah, but a lot of the actors don't come back for animated series, so...
True. They did a good job on the Red Skull, fake Hugo Weaving, he was pretty good.
Yeah. I think he basically didn't want to go back to the character because it was like... prosthetic makeup again for a character, like a very minor role. So he didn't really want to come back for it.
Oh, so I was talking about the... Did he come back in What If? Or, no, I'm thinking of Endgame also. Yeah, which I can understand, totally. Oh, and the other thing is, in the Johnny Depp trials, he was going on about hanging out with Vision's name now? I can't remember.
Who, sorry?
Vision. The Bettany something.
Something Bettany, yeah. Wow, I'm blanking on his name.
Paul Bettany.
Paul Bettany, yeah, I think that's right.
And Johnny Depp was like, "Yeah, I did coke with Paul Bettany," and I was like, I can't see it. I mean, I agree, it must have happened, obviously.
When I hear Paul Bettany talk and how he acts and stuff like that, I'm like, oh, okay, he's probably not the best human being, but I don't think he's a scumbag.
No, and I'm not saying he would be if he did coke. It's just I didn't imagine him doing coke. It just didn't come into my head. But I guess, you know, whatever. It's Hollywood, isn't it? You've got to assume
someone somewhere in Hollywood is doing a line of coke.
And you go to a Hollywood party and you're like, hey, you know what's normal here?
Would you like
some cocaine?
Some of this cocaine?
I wouldn't touch it, personally. Mostly because I have enough problems with my brain as it is. I don't want to take cocaine.
Just imagine turning my fucking shit show of a brain on a stimulant.
I can imagine it, yeah. 5 minutes in, you'd be like, I've got a migraine.
I think my brain's about to explode.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to, like, go to bed, but, like, permanently.
Permanent bed, please.
You are fucking on... you are fucking up those...
The arm kegs. That's another D&D monster.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Insectoid sort of crab
Couch
creatures.
Gremlins bot, welcome to the stream.
Shut up, you dick.
Every time. Do you fancy after the stream doing like a Gran Turismo license or something? Just quick.
What, and have you...
Last stream we didn't talk about this. I was at Alex's house until midnight. After we finished the stream. Trying to complete one license. I don't know why. We just were like, no, we gotta finish this.
It wasn't just completing the license, it was gold trophying every single requirement for the license. That's what we were doing. I completed the license like half an hour after you came.
Yeah, that's right. And then we sat there and it just went on and on, and we just... I didn't even have any more alcohol or anything. We were just sat there doing a fucking Gran Turismo trial.
I got the airship.
Oh, okay. Is that where you want to leave it, or do you want to go till 10?
No, I think I'll leave it there. We've been streaming for just over 3 hours, so...
Safely. Okay.
I will park here. There we go. In fact, I'll go back to that nearby town. Whee! There we go. And I'll rest up and then heal. So, I don't know what we'll be streaming on Tuesday, because I'd like
Baldur's Gate if
yeah,
you sort it out, I guess.
I might try and sort that out. So we can possibly stream Baldur's Gate, because that's what I've been fancying playing. Because obviously all the new classes and stuff. I'd also like it if other people could get it, but then streaming it would be difficult if Stacey got it. I don't know.
Remember where we parked? Is that a Simpsons reference? The Itchy Lot? Maybe?
I don't remember. But yeah, so Tuesday, we'll be streaming something. I've got plans to stream on a weekend at some point, but this weekend's going to be busy because of my dad's birthday. We're doing D&D. Sunday, I'll probably just want to rest. So maybe I'll try and stream next weekend, because I want to stream RuneScape if I can.
I'm busy, so you could do that solo if you wanted to.
I don't know.
We'll see. Hey.
We'll see.
We'll see you on Tuesday. Thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks. Thanks very much for watching. See you later.
We'll see you in the next one. Bye.